what the fuck is happening? Good. All right, guys. Welcome to Two Nobodies. We're how does it go? We're back. Two Nobodies.
What's up, brothers?
All right,
Ozempic
guys.
Eddie here. Ozempic Eddie.
Ozempic Eddie in the house. Eddie. So Eddie's out of town this week. He's in Puerto Rico with Sonny. He will be wrestling tomorrow. So you had Jacob in his chair. We got Luke in the house.
What up? What up?
The producers, CJ, Eddie Money, and then
We have a
Andrew,
special guest.
special guest. Andrew's in the house, right? Who's
our draft expert.
he's now a
apparently.
draft expert. The man had never gambled on football and has now become
But
a
now he's a
full-blown
draft
draft expert who's sitting here with us. And it's episode 76. How you guys know how we like to do it. Any famous number 76s.
I think we've
out
all
there.
decided that we're gonna skip.
Real
76.
quick. CJ Whoa Mac. Whoa in the house. He wore 76. He's probably the worst on this list. Jamal Williams, Orlando
Wyatt Davis,
Pace.
Bosco legend.
Okay, I'm talking Orlando Pace. I'm talking Hall of Famers. Okay,
Okay, fair. That's
Steve
not a bad choice
Hutchinson.
there.
I'm Hall of Famers.
Okay, my
All
fault.
right.
My fault.
So, but anyway, so we're gonna. You guys agreed to skip through it. Eddie's probably fucking rolling off his bed in Puerto Rico
he's
right now.
having a heart attack.
He's throwing the fucking phone. Look at this shit, Shanae.
I'm
See what happens when I'm not here?
I'm gonna get an earful. I
These
promise.
guys are running amok. I was late. I texted Dumb and Dumber here to have this shit ready.
To be fair, we all didn't believe you.
Listen, I already told you. I'm that dude. All right? I'm that dude. That's not exactly what I said. I actually said something else. I said, I'm that nigga.
Then he's
It's
in.
what I said. If I tell you I'm 2 minutes away, I'm 2 minutes away. I'm not bullshitting. I'm a grown-ass man. If you tell me you're 2 minutes away, you fucking better be 2 minutes away.
Yeah, we didn't believe
All
you.
right, grown-ass men, that's when you understand you're not a grown-ass man yet. Oh, it's because you hang out, you're black, CJ. That's what you're saying? Because you're rubbing your skin tone. I didn't know what you were
rubbing your
rubbing.
skin tone.
He's like this, so that's what black people do. It's like, I'm 2 minutes. All right, listen.
CPT. Color people time.
Color people time. Okay, I don't understand some of this shit. When I tell you I'm 2 minutes away, bro, I'm 2 minutes away. I'm not lying.
Yeah, we didn't believe you, but to be fair, you were true to your word.
I
You're true.
2 minutes away. Start the shit. 2 minutes away. I'm walking through that door ready to roll.
And you were right there.
So,
on
by the
time.
way, it's Friday night. Playing, turning, Heat up. I can't see the Chicago score. Heat's got 94. What do they got?
67.
67.
There- it's,
27-point lead. The Heat without Jimmy and Jaime Jaquez, who was supposedly pimped by C.J. Stroud. I still don't believe that story. But
Yeah, that's cap. It's okay.
it's whatever that means, we know it's a lie. So, but anyways, so what are we jumping into?
We're gonna go
Ozempic Ed.
You're fired next. I think it's been a big week for sports in general. We got the draft coming up soon. Anyone have you're fired?
Oh, I have plenty of firings. I have fire 100
got
people.
one.
You got one? You shoot one first.
I'm gonna fire everyone that's complaining about Kalen Clark's contract.
That fair? I like it.
Yeah.
But
That's
all
a
right,
good
say something. Don't fucking sit there and start doing this.
one.
I'm gonna get a little deeper into that.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh, here
I'm
we go.
gonna fire
No, did he?
the black community. The whole shit. The
shit.
whole.
He doesn't wanna be on camera
The
saying this.
whole shit.
He-
I'll be on
people know-
camera.
people know he's black.
I'm black.
Okay, but please,
The whole-
yeah, he's black.
look.
Right, everybody, please.
We're just gonna call a spade a spade. The black community is having a identity crisis right now because what do we consider basketball? We consider it a black man sport.
Yeah, black man.
Black man. Hold on. Same thing with WNBA. There's a bunch of black men too. Same thing. Black man sport.
I'm never coming back on the
Right?
show ever again.
So Caitlin Clark, this quote unquote Paul Pierce little white girl, comes and tears the shit
He
up.
said that. Yes, he did.
And the black community has lost their fucking mind. They act like they have never seen a white person fucking be able to shoot a basketball. I mean, Steph Curry is basically white. He's basically same thing.
Whoa.
I mean, they act like they have never seen somebody.
real light
He
skin.
is real light skin.
Real
homeboy.
light skin.
Real light
The
skin.
hair says black though, so that's
The hair says
It's
black.
black,
The skin
but
tone
it says-
says white.
Yeah, but-
and his politics say white,
White as
Karen.
well. Yes, thank you.
White Karen.
So,
he
I'm
white.
firing
He
the
white
black
motherfucker.
community because you guys have acted like Caitlin. You have never seen a white person be able to play fucking basketball.
Tyler Hero.
Relax,
Great
because
example.
guess what?
Larry Bird.
Caitlin Clark has elevated the fucking sport
Thank you.
like nobody has ever seen before. So all of these fucking WNBA athletes, all of these supposed NBA athletes, it's so interesting how women are hating on a woman making their game better. I think this shit is just interesting. Black community, get your fucking shit together.
Well, and the
heard
thing
him.
is, the only reason people are watching is because of this chick. Doesn't matter her skin color, white or black, I think. Because
I think.
my opinion, I've never watched women's basketball, period. Like you were talking about, who's that other girl, Juju, whatever?
Watkins.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you guys were talking. I've never seen her play.
Here.
Does you guys? All right, is she better than Caitlin Clark?
No, but
Can
she's
she
bad.
Also a
shoot
freshman,
like that?
though. She's also a
Okay, but
freshman.
can she shoot like that?
Not consistently.
No, different type of game.
Okay, so that's the thing. That's why people watch. People watch because right now, the star of the NBA, 1, 2, 3, super influential is Steph Curry. So Caitlin Clark is similar. She's a woman's Steph Curry with a little bit of LeBron mixed in because she can rebound and pass. I'm sorry to tell you that.
She can pass.
She can
100%.
pass and she can rebound. Do you see? She almost averaged a triple. Curry is never averaging that.
No.
So, I mean, but that's the only reason people are watching. And I want to touch on that. That's one of my firings was actually Tarazi. So Tarazi comes out and
seen
she's
that.
like, oh, she's talking shit. Oh, you're going to play against grown women and blah, blah. Listen, Tarazi, if that woman comes into the league and she doesn't play well, guess what? People aren't watching anymore. People aren't going to watch you.
You better hope she's good.
You better hope she's good, because if she ain't good, guess who's not? Nobody's watching that shit. We're not watching the trash that's already there now. For you to, oh yeah, she's gonna play against Ro. That bitch is gonna light you up. It's just what it is. She's gonna light you up.
I hope
And
so.
if she doesn't light you up, guess what? Nobody's watching anymore because we don't care about Tarazi.
lose-lose for
we
them,
don't
really.
care about. No, they can win if she does well.
Well, for Tarazi, like if she gets lit up, she getting killed.
Oh yeah, but she's old already.
Yeah.
But she's old already. But this woman has people watching this game. Like there was somebody on it. Oh, UConn and Iowa had no. People were watching for Clark.
Yeah.
That's who they were watching for. They weren't watching for UConn. They weren't watching for South Carolina. They were watching for Caitlin Clark. At least that's what I watched for. Except one of the games I didn't even watch, but I did keep track on my phone.
I was also watching for UConn number 10 guard, Nico Mule.
Is she cute?
She bad.
Hello.
She's hot.
Bad. Yes.
All right. Yeah, because
All right.
It's bad as
no,
hell.
because now we're starting to kind of see on Instagram some of the hotter chicks. Because let's be real, nobody wants to watch these dudes that look like DeMar DeRozan.
Literally.
Like nobody wants to watch. Oh damn, she's bad. She looks like DeMar DeRozan. I don't care.
I said I want to see a feminine female play basketball. Period. I want to see feminine female play basketball. I don't want to see Joanna Man with
100%.
fucking dreads running down the court. I want to see Nika Mule with her pretty ponytail, Croatian baddie. I want to see that. That's what
How
I
about the
wanna see.
twins over at the University of Miami?
Oh,
Haley,
Yeah,
the
they
Cavender
came back for
twins.
another semester.
Yeah, there you go.
Haley Van Lith and Cavender were on the same team for like 10 minutes.
You know,
It was
one of
great.
them's dating the Cowboys tight end.
Yeah,
I've
Ferguson.
seen that.
I like it all. I like it all. I don't care for them to play basketball, but do some Instagram photo shoots.
Love some snow bunnies.
It's very good. So, anyways, who else
else
is
has a
firing
fire?
what?
By the way, I just want to say, when CJ was going off, I had never seen Luke nod his head more.
Sideways or
was
up
like-
and yeah, oh yeah, because he was praising CJ, the black dude was praising a white chick. This man loves the Taylor Swift, Caitlin Clark deal. So, who you firing anybody, Luke?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna fire the Dodgers.
Oh,
Let's go. Fuck
Yes.
the Dodgers. Sorry.
So no, I'm a huge Dodger fan. Been a Dodger fan since I've been born.
Swore he was an Angel fan until the other
I know
day,
that was
but
crazy
yeah,
to
it
me that
was.
you thought that, but
Well, it-
It's a look, honestly.
It-
You give
well,
off
yeah.
angel vibes.
He does give off Angel.
Right?
It's,
He
yeah,
does.
it's a skin tone.
It's not even the skin tone. It's more just like your look. It just gives like it's more just angel vibe. You know?
Yeah, I feel it.
but no, the Dodgers. It's so frustrating to watch. It's every year that this team comes in with hype. It's either they can hit the ball, get runs like crazy, and then when the bullpen comes in, blow the game every time. Like I remember those Pedro Baez years.
Oh, yeah.
Like other than Kenley Jansen, that bullpen was horrible. Then it's like either the bullpen's fantastic a game, but we can't hit the ball whatsoever. So firing the Dodgers, you got to figure your shit out. You're spending I think it's over $1 billion technically on your payroll, and I think they're only like 3 or 4 games above 500 right
They're
now.
3 games above 500. The 6, 7, 8, 9 hitters don't combine to hit 550.
Well, it's
with
the-
their averages combined, which is disgusting.
It's the one error that I saw, and basically every expert saw, is like when you're in a game and you get away from Freeman, Ohtani, and
I told you guys that
Mookie.
shit from the beginning because Muncy sucks dick.
Yeah,
Muncy's good for 40 home runs here and there somewhere.
but he's chunking it this season. I think he's at like 2 home runs. He's batting like 100 or something.
No. He's in the 200s. But Chris Taylor's hitting 30.
Chris Taylor
Outman's
sucks.
hitting 160, 170. Kike's hitting 155, and people love him. He's a fucking turd.
He can't play.
He's a turd. Kike's a turd. He's a utility player who should get 4 at-bats every 2 weeks. He's a turd. So other than that, you need...
Well, and the bullpen's not good either.
Hey, they lost 2-0, bro. They lost a game 2-0.
No, I know, but I'm
0.
saying
And
there's been
Otani had
games-
3 hits in the fucking game.
There's been games, though, that they're up like 5-0.
Let's
Bullpen
not
comes
run
in
away
and
from the
blows away.
fact that Otani's like 1 for 19 with runners in scoring position as well.
he's
but he had 3 hits. The game they lost 2-0. He had 3 base hits. So it's like that game. Mookie's 0 for 4. If Mookie's 2 for 5 in that game, or I think he was 0 for 5. If he's or 0 for 4. If he's 2 for 4, or 1 for 4, the game's a 2-1 game.
Yeah.
And so at least you're in the game. But at 2-0, you didn't do anything. That 6, 7, 8, 9 is trash. I think they need to mix in the lineup a little bit. Mookie, Otani, and then Freeman at 3, and then in there, Muncy. Then give me Teoscar and drop Will Smith all the way to 6.
Yep.
So you have some sort of production down there. Because 6, 7, 8, 9, garbage.
Yeah.
Straight
I agree.
trash.
I agree.
But anyways, who else is firing somebody? You firing anybody?
I want to promote Real Madrid.
This is the bullshit.
Took down the Giants
Total sell
of Man
job.
City.
I'm a Man City.
No
fan,
one
too.
thought they can do it.
You're the reason we lost. Total sell job. Great job by Real Madrid, though.
No, but honestly, Man City should have won the game. They should have won that game. They had so many chances.
Dude,
De Bruyne missed a easy tap in, went over the goal. It was
I'm sick and tired of his shit, De Bruyne. I'm so done.
Are you kidding?
He's
De
the
Bruyne's
best
the
player.
best player on the team.
Holland.
the fuck?
Holland is not
The-
that great.
The best players on the team, De Bruyne, Foden. Like without those
Foden's
two,
Foden's
a
a
dog.
monster.
Foden's a
without
dog.
those two, the shit's a wrap. And then it's Rodri, Bernardo, and Holland is 7th best player on the team.
Yeah, everyone's
maybe 8th.
pissed at Holland.
He can't dribble.
He has no touch.
No, zero touch.
It's
Zero
bad.
touch. Real Madrid pulled it out, but to me, Bernardo sold the penalty.
That was
Bernardo sold the penalty, and then the sub,
Kovacic came in.
Kovacic, and he sold.
That was a bad penalty.
And that was just a bad penalty. A bad penalty. And you got the stop to start off.
Yeah.
Like you get the Alvarez goal, you get the stop.
Modric misses the first penalty.
Yeah.
Right there, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Bernardo
Like,
has
that's
to
it.
come right there and just rocket. Like, just
fired
shoot
down
me
the center.
straight down the middle. But congratulations to Real Madrid. They're going to fucking win it now.
You think so?
Oh, are you kidding? They struggled, though, on the road in Germany. Always have struggled.
Yeah.
But this Bayern is not 2-3 years ago Bayern.
Yeah.
So
I hope they win it, man.
I hope they will. I think they will. I think they're going to beat Bayern in Germany 2-1. And then I think they beat them 2-0 in
Jude Bellingham, man, at 20 years old, that fool's a dog.
He's favored to win the Ballon d'Or,
I
by
seen
the
that.
way. These guys are completely lost because we are talking about the beautiful game. But Champions League is now in the semis. And you have Dortmund, who will play PSG. Shocking
good
PSG,
game.
by the way.
That was a good. That was a
Oh,
game too.
phenomenal
I
game.
will say Dortmund is my team.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always had just a special little place in my heart for Dortmund. Don't even know why.
Their games are so fun to watch, though.
They are. The fans are wild.
Oh my
They
God.
also they produce like the best players and then they leave.
And then they do leave. Holland,
And then they play
Pulisic,
against them.
fucking Nacho.
Bellingham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jude, yeah, as well. They produce talent.
Also, Eddie said, we're 21 games in. We're first in the West. Someone stand up for the Dodger hate.
No,
They're
fuck 'em.
12-9.
But the West,
They're
the
a game
West
ahead.
is
The West has been
bad
terrible. The
this
D-backs have been straight trash.
Yeah.
Right? The Giants are straight garbage.
Padres really haven't done anything outside.
They're a
of
game
beating
under,
the
a game
Dodgers.
over 500, the Padres.
Yeah.
That's it. If the Padres played the Dodgers, they'd be in first place.
Yeah.
If they just played them all the time. That's just what it is.
And earlier, Rick Flores says, Curry grew up on vanilla grandmas.
See, that was good, Rick. That was good. You want to fire somebody?
Do you have someone you're mad about this week, Andrew? That
Yeah.
you can.
I need to fire all of CBS. More specifically,
There you
CBS
go.
Sports.
Fuck 'em.
I get it. We're in mock draft season. Everybody's throwing their mock drafts out there. That's all I see on Instagram. But I'm convinced that some of these media outlets give their writers, they're saying, hey, make the most outrageously
100%.
nonsensical mock draft, throw it out there so we can get more people coming to our page. Because all publicity is good publicity, I guess, to CBS Sports. Because I saw a mock draft by their lead NFL insider, Jonathan Jones. However much he knows on football.
John
He
Jones
might
is in the
have
UFC
taken-
and
he
he's
might
doing
have
mock
taken-
drafts?
I thought it
Holy.
was
Is this the guy who had JJ at number 1?
I saw that one.
No, that's
Stupid.
crazy. though.
Okay, but that I'll tell you why. And real quick.
No,
That-
don't give me. Don't.
I'm gonna tell you real quick.
Actually.
That just real quick. That mock draft, he graded all the players, and he based the draft on just his grade. So his grade
That's
is
a
that
terrible fucking grade.
I'm just
then.
telling you,
Still terrible
his
grading.
grade, according to him, is that JJ is the best quarterback available.
That's fucking insane.
That's why he did it.
That's crazy. I
All
don't
right,
know. I don't
but-
know what
Sorry for
he's
cussing.
looking
So
at.
let's hear
That's
your
insane.
guys.
So okay, first off, this is affecting me personally. It's
Oh,
affecting
shit.
It's affecting my relationship. My girlfriend pulls this up. She's like, "I know you're into college football. You're watching all these draft prospects. Let's test you. Let's see how good you are compared to this guy's mock draft." So we go through it. I'm firing through, right? 1 through 5, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, Marvin Harrison, JJ McCarthy. Not crazy, whatever. And then we start going. She's like, "Okay, who's taking at number 8?" I'm like, "Okay, the Falcons are at 8. Dallas Turner. Nope. They're going receiver. Is it like Rome Odunze? Nope." I'm like, "Who is it then?" I can't believe you don't even know football. It's Michael Penix Jr.
Huh. I'll be damned.
He has Michael Penix in the top 10 going to 8 to Atlanta.
Well,
Honestly, I don't fucking hate it. I like.
I agree. And I agree. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because Kirk Cousins, coming off an injury, you have a team. I wouldn't pick at 8. I wouldn't pick Penix at 8, but I can see why. Kirk Cousins coming in. He's coming off an injury. He's older. And you got a team that's young as fuck. Why not draft another dude? The division sucks, so it's not like you need a starter now.
At 8 though?
That's fair. I just feel like for
And
the
he always gets
value at 8, if you pay Kirk Cousins all that money, you're obviously in win now mode. I wouldn't waste the top 10 pick unless it's an immediate impact player. Like you could get one of the top tackles there. He still had Olu Fashanu, Troy Fontenot available at 8. You can bolster your offensive line, whatever. You can still take another receiver, Roma Dunze. There's just you can take a Dallas Turner, you can take an impact defensive player. All the best corners are still available at that point. I just don't.
I just feel like
Agree
right
with
now
that.
quarterback is such in high demand that I can see 5 going in the first 10.
Yeah, I can see that. We'll get to that in a minute, but I can see you're firing, but I can also see why not. We'll get into draft talk in a minute.
I think that's
So
next.
it is, but I want to give you my firing that I had
here we
last
go.
week.
Oh, here we go.
My fault.
I want to listen. This whole fucking Otani thing is really pissed me off.
Oh, I thought he was past this. He was not.
No, I'm not past this shit. I will never be past this shit. This man is out there still playing while P. Rose is sitting there at home gambling his little ass off, but yet this man cannot get into the Hall of Fame. It is bullshit. They came out with this story that it's this guy who's been gambling for so long and blah, 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 blah. Listen, this man was betting on June 22nd. You know what was going on June 22nd? Fucking baseball. There was no soccer, okay? There were European qualifying games, all right? That's all that was going on. You're going to tell me that this bookie was letting this dude fire $50,000 a game in soccer? Nobody does that. I don't give a fuck how much money he's lost. Nobody does that shit. Nobody whatsoever. It just ain't happening. It's total bullshit. June 22nd, June 23rd, MLB baseball's going on.
And obviously, it's been like they just like, okay, it's done now. It's over.
Yeah,
like,
it's over. Like, the investigation's done.
Yeah, like they.
Like the
Too
FBI,
fast.
the FBI couldn't figure out who brought cocaine into the White House. You think they're gonna fit? And now this, the FBI has fucked up twice this year. The Otani story and the coke at the White House is just total bullshit.
Find the FBI. Fuck them.
That's terrible and that's ridiculous. And if you've gambled with a bookie ever in your life, when you were fucking 20 years old, 25, 30, whatever, you know damn well that a bookie's never giving you a huge ass credit line because you're an interpreter. Come on.
Come on, man.
Total bullshit.
Some gotta say it. Come
Total
on, man.
bullshit. And then to believe, oh, he didn't bet on baseball. This man, what was he betting on from June to September?
The ponies.
Bullshit. You can't bet that much money on a horse. Total bullshit. From June to September, this man bet baseball. You're going to tell me he lost $1.5 million from June to September and he didn't bet one baseball game? Are you kidding me? Get out of here.
Talk to him.
And then the other thing is, Sue, why is this man in Japan with
This man
Otani when he's a
preaching.
translator? What the fuck are you translating in Japan? What are you translating in Japan?
It's so true.
And then the bullshit. Otani speaks English, man. Otani speaks English. I'm tired of this bullshit.
This is great.
This
Fire.
man speaks English. We're just going to believe, like, fuck it. Because baseball can't afford their biggest star in their second biggest market to be a fuck up. And he's a degenerate goddamn gambler, as we all are.
I hope he still keeps going. Just Like they find like next year.
They're not.
another-
They're not. He's probably done at this point. And then to think that you don't have. Listen, people don't just fucking lose $4.5 million. I don't give a fuck how much money you have. You always check your bank account. If they took $4.50 from your ass, you'd be like, damn, where'd this money go?
No, one cent.
Where'd this money go?
One cent. I'm like, yo, who the fuck
You
is
know what I'm
my
saying?
shit?
If you got $1,000 in your account and you check and then $4.50 gone, like, hold the fuck on.
Yeah.
So if this man has $100 million in the bank, which he doesn't, but if he did, I'd be like, hold the fuck on. Where the fuck is this money at? You want me to believe that this dude created a bank account under your name? Are you kidding? I can't even go into the bank in my wife's account. And you want me to believe that this dude created an entire account with a whole nother man's profile? Fuck you.
Like,
No way.
looks like the same guy. Fuck it.
Are you kidding?
You're good.
No way.
Yeah, fuck
so-
it.
Otani, you a degenerate gambler. This man took the fall for you.
We're coming for you.
Unbelievable.
Eddie said the government has spoken.
Bullshit government. Shocker.
I know Ralph was just fucking did what he just. I'm just gonna turn it.
Sorry. Eddie said preseason NFL.
Eddie, June and July. June and July.
June.
What was he doing until August 15th? What was he doing?
XFL, USFL.
That wasn't happening. It wasn't happening. That man was betting on baseball.
You don't watch football like
You're
that.
going to tell me you're watching the board. You're a fucking degenerate gambler. You're looking on a Tuesday afternoon on the board. Cubs playing at 11:20. Come on, baby. You're not
Give me
betting
the
a Cubs
over.
game at 11:20 and the windiest fucking total's 10.5. Give me 250,000 over. 100%.
This is Dodger hate at its finest.
Dude,
This is not
it's not
Dodger.
Dodger hate. I'm just hating on the player. I'm hating on his. It doesn't matter if he was on the Dodgers. They are fucking Pete Rose. And what's going to happen in 5 or 6, 10 years, whatever it is, this story will come out that he was a degenerate goddamn gambler. By that time, Pete Rose will have passed. They will let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame, and the man will not be there to give a speech for one of the 3 or 4 greatest hitters we've ever had. The hit king, and the man isn't in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. It's a joke. But we're going to let this dude sit here and gamble and then lie to our face. Anybody who's ever gambled, you know that motherfucker's lying. We know this.
You know this.
You know the man.
Come on, man. Come on.
That shit.
I'm just gonna real quick. I just want to promote Justin Gaethje for that, or Max Holloway and Justin Gaethje for that awesome fight. Best knockout of all time that I've seen. I just thought that shit was.
I
awesome.
agree.
It's
I
the best
agree.
knockout of all.
I agree.
It's-
But the fight was not good up until
He was
the
getting
last
dominated.
He was
10
getting dominated.
seconds.
So the fight wasn't good.
Oh,
the
no.
last 15 seconds were
No,
good.
That makes
Yeah,
the fight good.
I appreciate
that
the
makes the
10
fight good.
That's a
That makes the fight
terrible
good.
fucking call.
That makes the fight
He got
good.
That's a
poked-
terrible
he got
call.
Poked in both eyes, like he couldn't see.
And broke his
Bro
nose.
couldn't see or fucking
Or
breathe.
Breathe out of his nose.
Who couldn't breathe?
Justin
Broke his
Gaethje.
nose.
Because he was getting his ass whooped.
Yes, and then at the end of the fucking fight,
Bro,
stood in the middle of the ring and got knocked the
That's
fuck
the
out.
only chance you had.
Yeah,
the guy
exactly.
literally said, "Here, let me give you a chance to win
Name me
for
the-
15 seconds."
100%.
Whose knockout was better?
I don't watch UFC, so I have zero
his knockout
opinion
was
on it.
better.
Oh,
And so
that-
I actually have zero bias on it
Right.
because
I don't have
watch-
any bias either. I don't
No,
give a, I'm Justin Gaethje and Max Holloway are not my favorite fighters.
Listen,
No, that-
if I
that
don't
one
watch
knockout.
UFC, and it's because he's black, we're gonna start doing this shit here now. These are signs.
What?
We're giving
These
equal
are.
signs?
Hold
Which
on,
one-
hold on.
which one-
I got my hoodie on, so I gotta go like
Yes,
this.
yes, yes.
So, but look, I don't watch UFC. But if I have to watch that fight, the last 15 seconds was the only thing that were good.
Okay, so okay, Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. The fight was 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
15 seconds.
Leon Edwards
Not a good
versus
fight.
Well, that's not a
Kamaru
good fight.
Usman. Leon Edwards was getting his ass beat the whole time.
That's-
up until the last 2 seconds of the
That
fight.
doesn't
But
make it a
it's-
good
it's
fight.
Two different arguments. It's what's the best knockout? What's a good fight?
Fight,
Yes.
yes. What's the
Like Nate Diaz Connor
best
was a great
knockout
fight.
Yeah,
of
that's
all
a great
time?
fight.
Well, listen, it could have been the best knockout of all time. Doesn't make it a good fight. A good fight
Nobody's
is
arguing
guys.
that.
No,
I
you said
best,
it was a good fight.
No, I said best knockout of all time.
You didn't say best
No,
knockout.
I said best knockout of all
I
time.
thought you said great fight at first.
and then you
No.
said, I thought you said great fight.
No,
okay, so that's our fault.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, best knockout could be. I don't give
Yeah,
a fuck.
100%.
I would
But,
say the best knockout though is that one where he like catches his leg and then spins.
Nobody
around.
gives a fuck about those turds.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
what?
Nobody,
Spin
like-
around? What
So
were we
he-
watching? Dirty Dancing?
Basically, he like kicks him and then catches it and then
And
spins
then he
around.
spin
Yeah.
kick.
What's this, Bloodsport
Knocks
2
him
or
in the face. It's just
Jean-Claude Van Damme? I mean, I don't know what the fuck you was watching.
It was nobody's. This is
It was
good.
there's
nobody's.
nobody's, but
Yeah.
it is.
It's still
Oh,
good
nobody's
knockout.
put up good
Insane.
fights.
Oh yeah, that's why
Nobody's
UFC
gonna fight.
is
That's
Can
why
we-
you
so
and-
great.
Let's
You and Eddie
do
put a good fight.
TNT here for the next game if we can. 2, 4, 5. So guys, we got coming up Pelicans at Kings.
do you like?
Pelicans, dude.
Quick live prediction.
I got the Kings.
Everybody has the Kings.
I like the Pelicans.
I don't
That's
think
a terrible pick, but it could go.
I mean, the line is even basically.
Yeah, it's
on
like I
next.
think Kings are -1.5 or something.
it was even that like 2 hours ago. It was dead even. It was pick'em.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Well-
Matt. Sorry to go off topic, but Matthew Rocha says you guys are casuals UFC. If you think the Ben Askren knee is even top 5.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
not.
I don't
It's
even
not.
consider that. I'm sorry. I don't watch UFC, so you will never hear me say, "Oh, this and this from UFC" because I don't watch it. So that would be cheating anyone here if I ever gave you an opinion on any fight. But
Yeah.
for you to tell that the last 15 seconds were great. Other than that, it was
It
probably
was
terrible.
not that great. Of a
He
fight.
says he goes back to Chuck Liddell days.
okay,
And that's
come
old
on,
school.
man. Get over it.
You're a hater. You guys are a hater. Thank you, Matthew. These fucking haters over here, fucking young bucks. They don't even remember Chuck Liddell.
Back in my day.
You guys are haters. Everyone on this thing here is under 25. That's the problem.
26, brother.
I like it. So, anyways,
We're going draft next.
yeah, let's get into some draft.
Let's go.
So, NFL draft is next Thursday. Dude, I was so excited that I was gonna be here all day, and I cannot make it next Thursday.
What?
So, yes, I can't. It's senior night. Oh, it's senior night. Yeah, I know. I'm hoping it rains because there's chance of rain. There's chance of rain in the weather. Major chance. I hope we can. If I could do that cloud seeding they just
the
did in
rain
Dubai,
dance. Yeah, the cloud
I would
seeding,
do
there you
that
go.
shit for next Thursday, 100%.
Do the rain dance. Fuck it. Start doing the rain dance.
Would
But
love to see
next
Rafa do the rain
Thursday
dance.
is the draft. I'm super excited. I wish I could be
You
here with
call
you
in though,
guys.
right?
Oh, 100%. Because senior nights will be over quick.
Perfect.
So the problem is to get here. Takes fucking 2 hours. So
It's gonna be mayhem, I think.
oh, it's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be great. The Redskins the Patriots are not talking about trading away. They're okay to trade away, but they really want a quarterback. Do they trade? So, number one, are we all in agreement that it's Caleb Williams at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to. 100%.
Yeah.
Right? There is no doubt about it. It's a lock.
Lock.
Lock number
Lock,
one.
seal, throw away the key.
How about at number 2? The Redskins pick at number 2.
It's gonna
Odds
be.
changed a little bit today, or yesterday.
Bro, give me odds. Give me odds. What do we got? Are the Redskins still favored at number 2? If we can pull up those odds.
I don't think they trade the pick, but I don't know. I don't think they go Jaden Daniels anymore.
Well, that's either, but there's the odds have changed for. Are they picking at 2? Who are they picking at 2? What are the odds? Let's look at the odds for both. Vegas is usually spot on this.
I think-
until 20 minutes before the draft.
I think he's 2, no matter the team that's there.
Jaden Daniels.
100%. I think he's there at number 2 for any team. that's
I've
gonna
seen
trade
a lot. I've heard a lot of Drake May
So
at 2.
the number 2 pick is currently -140 to Jaden Daniels and +120 to Drake May.
See, that's not convincing.
That's changed.
That's
a
not
lot.
convincing
That has
at
changed a
all.
lot.
What about the team? Is it still the Redskins at 2?
Yeah.
Well, the story that came out about Jaden Daniels too, that he was pissed off when they had him for the private meeting to like interview. He saw like all the other quarterbacks in there. He thought like
So it wasn't just for him.
Yeah,
they had
he
a
was
bunch of
under the
players there.
impression. He
So
said
who
that
was
he
there with
told
him? Caleb, Drake May.
Caleb, Drake May, JJ, Michael Penix.
and other
Apparently,
players too.
apparently Caleb stopped his draft process to go on a trip with his girlfriend to Japan.
I saw that too.
I'll be damned.
Still
we
number
know
1.
he's going number 1.
Yeah, it don't matter. At
So
this point.
do you think Jaden Daniels goes number 2?
I do. I think Jaden Daniels is going to go number 2. He's schematically, he fits best to them at 2, to Washington. He's going to go to Washington. If you think about it, they got Cliff Kingsbury. When Cliff Kingsbury was at Texas Tech and he went to be coach with the Cardinals, he played with Kyler Murray. Through
Yes, that
college,
style.
through in the NFL. Jaden Daniels, to me, his upside is Kyler Murray. When I watch him play, he doesn't look at the middle of the field. He has an okay processor. He throws a great deep ball, throws it deep outside the numbers. To me, that's Kyler Murray. That's Cliff Kingsbury's offense. I prefer Drake May over Jaden Daniels, but I think
Oh, never.
schematically, the way that Jaden Daniels fits in that offense, I think he's.
that's not a hot
fit.
take. I don't think you're saying
It's clearly not.
No, it's clearly not. Drake May sucks.
No.
Yeah,
No
you
way.
guys can say no.
Drake May-
Me watching him play Virginia
Drake-
says otherwise.
Drake May in probably 85% of drafts is the number one quarterback take. He's
That's
number one
wonderful.
overall pick.
You know who
Number
else was
overall
number
pick.
one taking quarterback in the draft too? Kenny motherfucking Pickett, Mitchell Trubisky,
Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell, fucking Achilles Smith. Those are dudes you don't even know who they are. Those are dudes you don't even know who they are. And those were also schematically the best motherfucker on the board. Sorry, to me, if you struggle against Virginia, if you struggle against South Carolina, when your team had fucking like 13 sacks, you struggling against those garbage ass teams, and you had, don't tell me you didn't have receivers. You had pretty good fucking receivers. So I don't think Drake May is any good, and I hope New England takes his ass so then he doesn't get put in a good situation, so then he turns out to be garbage. Garbage!
Bro's quite literally praying on his downfall.
Yeah, you
Oh,
are
100%.
really.
I'm
preying
not
on him.
quietly
That's
praying
kinda
on that shit. He's trash.
If you're looking at him objectively, what about him is trash? He has a better arm than Jaden Daniels.
I don't care.
He has better
I don't
size
care.
than Jaden
I don't
Daniels.
care who has a better arm than anybody. Jamarcus Russell throws from his knees. He threw from his knees 70 fucking yards. He also didn't watch game film. He also sold fucking penicillin. I don't give a fuck about their arm talent. I don't care about this and that. My boy,
So-
you couldn't beat garbage ass teams.
I love quarterbacks with a side hustle.
So okay, so
There you go. I need my quarterback to show me certain things in certain points of games. Like when I saw Caleb Williams play against garbage ass offenses, the man was a monster. When I saw Jaden Daniels play against garbage ass offense, the defenses, the man was a monster. Bottom line, this dude was not a monster against those garbage ass
But
defenses.
his stats say otherwise. That man has like
did-
4,000 passing yards in a season.
Did he win some of those games?
Not all of it was his fault. He had a
The game
terrible
against Virginia,
defense.
his fault.
okay, out of all
His fault.
That's a crazy take.
He threw 2 interceptions like late in the game.
Everyone
Also-
throws interceptions.
Yeah,
Also,
it's
if you're looking
Virginia.
at Drake May this year, out of the top 3 quarterbacks, Drake May had 2% turnover-worthy plays. That's lower than Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams. Out of those top 3, I think Drake May takes best care of the football the best out of the 3 of them. And who did Drake May have? You said he didn't have.
He had
garbage
decent enough receivers. Losing to
Walker.
Virginia is not an excuse. I'm sorry.
You
There's
can't make that decision that because that's that game. He's a bad quarterback.
I will make that decision because it's my fucking opinion.
That's fair.
That is my fucking opinion. That is my opinion. My opinion is that he sucks.
Okay, so
That's what it is.
So when he plays good, what is
He's
that?
gonna go I hope he goes to New England where there is nothing around him and he will be straight trash.
Come on, college though. When he in college, he played good most of the time. So was that just a mistake?
Where was he leading
What do
at
you
certain
mean,
games?
when?
The game again. I'm sorry. The year before he was better than this last season.
That's fine. He was still great last season.
And then people are going to bring up Josh Allen. Josh Allen played at Wyoming with a bunch of 2-star motherfuckers. So don't bring that up. I don't want to hear your Josh Allen, Drake May comps. I don't want to hear it. Wyoming, 2-star athlete.
So then why I can't say that now?
You can say it. You can say it. Oh, he's the next Josh Allen. Wrong.
What about
Oh.
Drake May, Justin Herbert?
We'll get into comps a little
Not
later.
even close.
okay.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
we'll get to that
Justin
later,
Herbert
bro.
is a top 7 quarterback in the league.
No, we're not saying he's gonna be as good, but like
in college,
similar.
college.
Ever win 10 games?
What?
Did Drake May ever?
Did Drake May ever win 10 games?
Don't you pin that on him. Never. You know this. He's a 9-3 quarterback at best.
9 and 5. Let's add 2 more, and then 8 and 5.
My question is if Drake May was so good, why did he go back to North Carolina for that last year? Because remember, there was all the talk that like he was being reached out to all these schools.
He could have gone to Bama. He would have gone to Bama. He would have started right away, and he would have had a fucking phenomenal year. They might have won one more game.
But what I'm saying is, if he
But we
goes
don't
to,
know that.
if he goes to Bama and plays average, his draft stock
Plummets because he's playing with elite athletes
And that-
all over the field.
And that tells me about my quarterback that he's not confident in his own ability.
I
What if he just liked his school?
Or just like his coach, you know, just love the coach, these guys, you know.
I don't necessarily knock him for that. I mean, so like I'm not high on Drake May.
Yeah.
That's just my thing. Now, if he was set in a situation like Caleb Williams is going to be, where the offense is going to be phenomenal, like they're literally setting up the team for you not to fail. Like Drake May went there, he can do the same thing, but he's not. He might go to New England, and if he goes to New England,
He's cooked.
It's a 2-win team, and the next because he's not good enough to do
But if he plays good off, you're in trouble.
he's not going to. He's not going to.
I bet.
He's not going to.
Will Drake play
if
play
he
good?
goes to New England, if
Yes,
he goes
no,
to New
minus
England,
100.
if he goes to New England, that team will be a bottom 4 team in the league.
I think any quarterback that goes
Let
to
me-
New England's cooked.
Jaden Daniels can carry more.
Cooked.
Stop it. Cooked.
He can carry more.
Bo Nix cooked. Penix cooked.
Anybody cooked. Tom Brady cooked.
We'll see.
Also, Eddie said you're basing Drake May off of 2 games. He was a
Of
Heisman
course he is.
favorite.
That's Rafa's.
I based my Trevor Lawrence hate on the first drive of the game when they played Miami at Clemson. He won the first year he was trash. The second year, the Chargers fucking gave him a gift. This year he was atrocious. He was atrocious on a team. That's my Trevor Lawrence take. That he sucks dick because what I saw him do against Miami. On one drive, that man threw 3 interceptions. All of them called back. All of them. And then, oh no, he's that good. No. Your boy DJ, I based DJ off of watching him one fucking drive after he came in for Trevor. He was phenomenal. The next year, he actually started garbage. This man, Drake May, garbage. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. Drake May, North Carolina quarterbacks, proved me wrong one time.
Also, Eddie's mad at Luke now because he said his whole family's from Chapel Hill, so he stayed. His dad played
Yeah,
there. He was a
I was-
quarterback there. And so he said, ridiculous take Luke.
I was trying to go back into that. Yeah, Drake May got offers from a lot of other big colleges. I think he got an offer from.
He had an offer from, he could have gone to Bama.
Anyway, yeah.
Because his dad went to UNC as
See,
well.
And
he just
brothers.
liked his school, man.
Yeah, Bo Nix went to
So he's
Auburn
a-
because
so
his
he's a
dad,
follower.
and yet he went to Oregon
He's a
afterwards.
follower.
And
That's a good one.
he couldn't do shit at Auburn. He went to Oregon and fucking became a monster. So him staying because of his dad seems like a cop out because Bo Nix didn't do it.
I have a question.
Bo Nix also did play for 42 seasons. So
Yeah, he 8th season last year.
something like that.
Oh yeah, so I have a question.
Nigga's like 30.
So you know how I feel about McCarthy. You know I think he's dog shit.
Yeah, I'm going back to my early November take with
Yeah,
McCarthy.
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm loving.
So I think at this point he's going top 5. Do you feel the same way?
Oh, I hate it.
I think it's locked in. He's going top 5.
The problem with me is the Arizona pick. That's my problem. That if let's just go hypothetical Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, whatever way it comes out. Those are the first 3. The number 4 pick is Arizona, which to me needs to be Marvin. That's my take on it right there. Now, because if Arizona trades out of the 4, who are they going to trade to? They're talking about the Chargers swapping, then the Giants swapping there, and it's a whole shit show.
We were talking about that earlier.
Vikings from like 11 can go down.
See, that's the thing. But okay, so if you're Arizona, I take the Vikings
100%.
because then at 11, I still get a receiver.
and they have 2
I
first-round
get
picks.
Rome or I get Neighbors, which is probably going to be Rome, which I'd be okay with either one of those 3.
You could even get Brock Bowers potentially.
Could.
They have Trey McBride. They don't really need a tight end.
Let's not get wild. It's Brock Bowers.
Okay.
This is the
I'd rather
fucking-
get a better receiver when I have none, though.
No, that's fine. But it's still Brock Bowers. This is the second coming. The second. Get that. Giggity. Giggity. But anyways, Arizona, I think it all depends if Arizona wants Marvin or not. I think he's the best receiver. People are saying that he's now not. Like, if you watch that motherfucker play,
He is.
this is no lie. I don't care what experts are telling you, whatever expert on Fox Sports, CBS Sports, whatever, eyeballs tell me that man doesn't get hurt against Georgia 2 years ago. CJ Stroud's a national champion.
Okay, Rafa, but if you had to bet your life on McCarthy going top 5, yes or no, what are you choosing?
I say yes.
I say yes.
Only because I think the Chargers pick, but I don't think it's the Giants.
He's not going top 5.
Really?
Hell
What do
no.
you think he's going?
He's not even the third.
No, he's the 4th best quarterback in this draft, and some people think he's the 3rd. And there's a couple motherfuckers who think he's the best.
Never mind.
It takes
Say it.
Sorry,
Really,
that's
never
some dumb
mind.
shit.
Now it's time.
So yesterday I was in my car just thinking to myself, and I was getting so frustrated hearing people talk about McCarthy. The tape just tells
I don't listen
you
to shit like that.
he's not that great. So people are convincing themselves to say, "Oh, he's great."
Okay,
but nothing on tape shows you that
because
he's great.
It was not required.
Talk out shit. Talk out shit.
It was not required. In game, it was not
Okay.
required for him to be great. The team was so good around him that for him to be great was not required.
But that's my point, though, is that how can you justify taking him top 5? What tells you to take him top 5? If you did a best player draft only, you went by best player at each pick, he would go maybe 3rd round.
oh,
is
that's a fuckery?
That is a fact. Based on best player available, he would go 3rd round. And that's just the fact. The fact that quarterbacks right
So
now
he's the
are so,
sixth. He's the 90th best player in the draft.
I'd say.
I would say he's lower than, in my opinion, he's lower than that. But right now, QBs are so high in demand that he's gonna go top 5.
The reason why he goes top 5 is because if the first 3 picks are those quarterbacks,
People are gonna get
you got to look at the teams that are going to want to look at a quarterback. Broncos,
Raiders.
Raiders,
Vikings.
Giants, Vikings.
I don't believe the Giants deal.
I don't either. I
don't believe the Giants deal, and I don't believe the Giants deal. I've said it for weeks.
But if it's a smokescreen, then you convince another team like, oh shit, we
Yeah.
got to outbid the Giants.
Well,
Yeah,
no, you're not
exactly.
convincing another team. You're convincing the 3 teams that are 11, 12, 13 that need a quarterback,
Yeah.
which is the Vikings, the Broncos, and the Raiders. That's what it is.
I think he's a Bronco, quite honestly.
I don't think it gets to that. I don't think
He's
it gets
gonna
there.
go-
I think the Vikings come in
Yeah.
and take one of those guys, and the Vikings have assets to do it.
They have 2 first-round picks.
Now think about this. This is just hypothetical. Just hypothetical.
Let's start cooking. Let's start
Just-
cooking something
just
up.
hypothetical. Let's say Buffalo calls Minnesota and says Minnesota, "Hey, I'm going to give you my first round this year, my first round next
Stop it.
year,
Don't do it.
my second rounder this year. Give me Justin Jefferson." Then Minnesota comes in, gives away the 11, gives away the 23, moves into the 4. They can still take a receiver at the end of the first and get their quarterback.
So Minnesota goes full rebuild in this scenario.
Not full rebuild. They have Jordan Addison, who was very good. They have TJ Hawkinson. They have players on offense. If they keep Justin Jefferson, which it seems like he's disgruntled.
He didn't show up to
OTA.
So OTAs, right?
Yeah.
It seems like they're going to trade him.
I don't know.
So-
if they're, I don't
I think
know
he's just
about
holding
that.
out for
I think
the
he's
contract.
just trying. Yeah, I don't think he's.
I wouldn't
gonna
trade
ask
him,
out.
especially that I have the 11 and the 23.
Hell no.
Hell no.
So I wouldn't trade him.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
I'd get a quarterback, and I'd get either Michael Penix or JJ.
You need a corner. If you're the Vikings, you get a quarterback, and then you can get a solid DB with that second first rounder.
So, but they're at 11. They're picking before Denver and the Raiders. So the pressure in reality is on Denver and the Raiders to trade ahead of them to get a quarterback.
And they don't have what Minnesota has.
They don't have what Minnesota has. They don't have that 23 pick is
And the thing is that the smoke has started to really come up about the Raiders trading up to number 2. It's getting
there's
getting hotter
no
and hotter.
fucking way.
I agree.
There is
Rafa.
no way
But it is-
that the Raiders can get to 2.
I don't see it either.
Because Washington can't give you, the Redskins can't just like, oh, fuck it, we'll wait.
They're like, give us Cliff Kingsbury back.
like we'll wait. No, that's not gonna happen.
No, I agree, but it's for some reason it's gaining a lot of traction.
It can gain traction at 3. It's like, you know what? If the Redskins take Drake May, then
at
the
3 it's
Raiders
possible.
now offer the world to New England and pick Daniels at 3.
What does it cost? You think?
The world,
Okay, what's the world?
everything you have.
CJ?
They don't have CJ, but everything. Probably,
You said the
Nobody's
world.
at CJ.
probably Antonio Pierce is 6'4" Impala. At least.
At the very
fucking
least.
First round this year.
All
First
the
round
cigars.
next year.
Second rounder this year.
I want
Oh,
free
second
play at the
rounder
win.
this year.
Free play at the win for
Yeah.
3
Free
years.
play at the-
Staying at the Ritz Carlton, you got to pay for the whole night. Like it will take everything.
All the cigars in their team storage.
Everything. It will take everything to get there. I don't think it happens.
I don't think it's possible. I think Minnesota is the only team that can actually trade up to 4 or 5.
No, you can give up your future. The problem is if you're the Raiders, do you give up your future when you are in the West? Like that's the thing.
I
The
thought you
division
have
you're
no
in,
choice. You have no at this point. You have no choice.
the Raiders.
Max Crosby is dying to win. So is Devontae Adams. The clock is ticking fast, and you don't even have a good enough team to win the division.
Yeah,
It's
even
already
with
ticking.
Jaden Daniels, what does that do for you as a Raider fan? What is it?
Look
Your
at this
excitement.
man,
Like, yeah, no, realistic. I can't talk to you guys. Let me talk to CJ, man. No, but realistically,
I just said he's not going to win the West.
you think they win the West?
No,
with Jaden-
I said that they don't have enough to win the West now. And
Yeah,
and
even
the
with
clock's
Jaden
ticking.
Daniels.
Yeah, I agree. But you have to do it.
Like, if we had him though, it'd be for sure second.
For sure.
Yeah,
You'd have the third best quarterback in the division.
okay, but
For sure
we would
second.
have the best, still the second best defense in there.
We don't know that.
I think the
The season hasn't started yet. We don't know that.
I think the Raiders are going to trade up, and I think it's going to be JJ McCarthy that they're going to end up getting.
I would love
I
for the
would
Raiders to get
second
JJ McCarthy.
And the thing
I
is,
would love for the Raiders to
Rafa.
get JJ McCarthy. That man will make it to the playoffs.
And okay, stop
that
it.
team, yeah.
But the thing is,
Facts.
that style fits his play. The Raiders
Yeah.
style. Run
Yeah,
first.
run
offense.
first offense, play defense,
A great receiver.
a great
when you
receiver,
need to
and then we
throw.
get a good running back.
Yep.
I think that would be phenomenal. JJ, I'd love JJ as a Raider, and I'm not a Raider fan.
Stop it.
I'd love to see it. JJ to the Raiders. All right, so at 4, you think Marvin, you think they stay put?
If I'm the Cardinals, I would stay at 4. But I'm going back to the Giant talk. I could see the Giants switching with the Cardinals from 4 to 6, especially if the Giants hit me up saying, "We'll give you." I would just take a second round because if you go to 6, if you're the Cardinals, you're still gonna get Malik Neighbors probably.
Or Marvin.
Or Marvin.
Oh, Dunze.
Dude's gonna be there.
Dunze, not better neighbors.
I think there's
yeah,
a tier.
yeah,
There's
he's
a
like
tier
at like a
between
10
them.
or 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would take Malik Neighbors, and I think the gap between Malik Neighbors and Marvin Harrison isn't as big.
Oh, I call
at
bullshit. 100%. I
You
call.
think so?
You think
Oh,
it's huge?
Here,
Dude, I think Marvin is I think Marvin is the best receiver, like,
In the last how many years?
dude, since Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Okay, so not that long.
Not that, but I think he's better than Justin Jefferson.
Okay, well,
And the thing is that the team that he will go to, whether it's Arizona or whether it's the Giants, and it'd be stupid to me if I'm the Giants that I don't have a fucking offense. I have
You need
zero
linemen.
weapons on offense. I have 0 weapons on offense. I have 2 really good defensive ends. I have 0 weapons on offense. Why am I going to take another quarterback when this guy, when his last full season that he played, went to the playoffs, won a playoff game, and now I'm just going to move on? I'm going to move on. You have nothing.
They need pieces.
The Giants have nothing. You need players. You need players. This guy isn't as bad. I don't like him, but he won a fucking playoff game on the road.
That matters.
That matters. He won a playoff game on the road. Yeah, they're off the hook on his deal after this year. I don't think they take a quarterback when you're that strapped on offense. You lost your best player. If you had a chance to get Marvin or Malik Neighbors at 6, that's who I'm taking. But I'm taking Marvin over him, no doubt about it. Whether his quarterback is Kyler Murray or Justin Herbert or Daniel Jones, he's going to be phenomenal. Offensive Rookie of the Year, fucking put it down.
There's no way.
He's going to be offensive
Over all
rookie.
those quarterbacks?
Overall,
Yes, over all those
Caleb
quarterbacks.
Williams is going to the Bears with the best receiver
In the
core
NFC North, in a place that it's cold, he's never played in that cold. Okay, he's going to be set up, but he is going to be in the NFC North. He is going to have to go to Green Bay, outside. He's going to have to play half of his games outside, windy as fuck. How many games is he? Even if they win 10 games, that defense was number 1 against the run last year. That defense could be a top 10 defense overall. So even if they win 10 games, those 10 games might be where he's throwing 240 yards a game, touchdown per interception ratio, maybe 1.7 or something.
I think he has a similar rookie year to Josh Allen. Caleb Williams.
Was he rookie of the year?
No, I don't
No,
think he
but
was
he
rookie
struggled
of
his rookie
Yeah.
year.
Marvin will be too fucking good. If he's with Kyler Murray, bro, don't forget, Kyler Murray, when he had B-Hop
I've been
fresh,
saying that.
those first 8
Oh, yeah.
games,
Nice.
wow. So imagine you give that little dude the big guy, he's just throwing shit up. Just throwing shit up. Go get it.
He's done somewhere. Fuck it.
He's on somewhere.
That's what I think. I think Marvin needs to go to the Cardinals. The Cardinals would be stupid to not take Marvin.
By the way, sorry to go back to this, but Eddie said the Raiders were trying to get Miami's first-round pick to have 2 first-round picks to get to the 2nd overall, allegedly.
That is the stupidest thing because there's no way that Cliff Kingsbury was hired to coach Drake May.
There's no way.
That's not who he was. He was hired to coach Caleb Williams or Jane Daniels, a man that can actually run. I'm not saying Drake May doesn't get out of the pocket and gets a couple runs. We're talking about a guy that's not run first, but he's really close, like he said, to Kyler Murray. Jaden Daniels is close to Kyler Murray, closer than Caleb.
Yeah.
So that's why you brought him in at 2. Like we're taking Jaden Daniels at 2. Doesn't matter what the Raiders give. The Raiders and their fantasy land, fucking Instagram, Mitchell Rents and Juanito Pinga.
But does it change?
And all that.
Okay,
Forget about it.
So
Forget about
the
it.
report is he went and didn't like his visit. Does that change your pick?
I don't give a fuck what you don't like. Yeah, you don't control shit.
But if he says, I'm not playing for you guys. He
You
comes out
can't.
and
I
says-
don't.
What if he pulls
all right,
Eli
then guess
Manning?
what? Don't play for us. Sorry.
So you're still going to draft him at 2.
I don't care.
So-
Dude, that's the thing. That you're thinking like a young dude. Like, Mom, I'm not doing this. I don't give a fuck. I I don't give a fuck.
You're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it whether you like it or
We're
not.
drafting you. We have the rights to you. You decide not to sign, then you can be John Elway, and you can whatever it is that happened. But you don't want to play. That's fine. You don't have a choice.
I agree.
This is not the NBA. Oh no, you need to trade me, or I'm not playing. This shit ain't that. The game, the logo is bigger than you. It will always be bigger than you. So you're going to whoever's drafting your ass, whether it's the Redskins or not. You're not Archie Manning. You're not the family. You're not the football family. You know who can do that shit? Tom Brady. Tom Brady's son? Oh no, don't take that. Tom Brady can do that shit. Maybe Peyton Manning's nephew, he can maybe do that shit. Maybe.
Can Deion Sanders do it?
I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Maybe he can because maybe he has the respect of the guys, but
Limiting only to 5 teams is
well,
crazy.
dude, look at the teams you put up there. Like the Redskins are going to take a quarterback.
Yeah.
The Ravens have Lamar, so those two teams. The Eagles have Jalen Hurts, so you're not going there. You maybe got an outside chance at Dallas.
Yeah.
That's what that is right there. So Deion's ridiculous list.
Yeah. 2 things. Rick Flores asked, question, when was the last QB rookie to be drafted and start and make the playoffs? CJ Stroud this year. And then Eddie says, great QBs create good wide receivers. A great wide receiver cannot create a good QB.
I don't think that's wrong.
It's not wrong, but a bad QB can still put up good numbers with a good wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
But I don't, what's like the point of that? Like,
Yeah. What was the point of that, Eduardo?
Probably back to the
the
Marvin Harrison
thing.
drafted.
Dude,
Daniel
Marvin,
Jones.
bro, listen. It's like Marvin Harrison is going to be the best receiver we've seen when he actually gets on the field. He's going to put up numbers that you're going to be like, wow, Calvin Johnson type shit. That's what he's going to be like. They may never make a playoff, but that's what it's going to be like. I know you're not a fan of Calvin. You're more a Julio guy.
That's me.
So, yeah, you're a Julio
Yeah, I'm a
Jones dude.
Jones. Prime
He-
Julio Jones was ridiculous. Can we get that straight?
Well, so is Prime.
So is Prime Calvin.
was
Prime Calvin's the best
ridiculous.
receiver of all time.
Yeah.
Well, second best. Is Jerry Rice still
Jerry
the
Rice?
best? It's still the best. So,
Julio
but
three?
I'll take Calvin over Jerry Rice.
That's this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Stupidest thing I've ever heard. Jerry Rice has more receiving yards after 40 than everyone combined after 40. So
Yeah,
he
it's
might have
like
been the only
only Tom
motherfucker
Brady,
to
though.
play.
You want to do?
No, receiving yards.
You want to do the first 5 picks?
So
Everyone do
we're
the
at
first 5
4.
picks?
I think Arizona takes Marvin. You think Arizona takes Marvin?
Yeah.
You think Arizona takes Marvin?
Yeah, I
Does
think
everybody think Arizona takes Marvin?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Arizona at 4.
So you don't think they take Marvin then?
No, I think there's a trade at 4.
To who?
I think it's Minnesota.
So then you think Arizona's not getting Marvin?
No.
Wow, the fuckery.
I think Arizona. I think
that's not
Arizona.
crazy.
I
No,
think-
it's not
That's
crazy.
gonna
I
hap-
think the
that
way
could happen.
Arizona's kind of looking at this draft and monitoring the free agency, the way they navigated it with the defensive signings and the guys they brought in on offense, they're going to get those 2 first-round picks. I think they also get like a 3rd rounder this year, picks next year, and they kind of let Jonathan Gannon just look at that defense, be like, what do you need? We need another corner. Go get a corner. Like we said, this is a wide receiver deep draft. I think you can still get some. I think they honestly get Brian Thomas Jr. at that like 11 pick right there. I like that pick for them. Either him or Odunze will be there. I think they get one of those 2 guys.
So
for that
watching the most success that Kyler Murray's had was those first 8 games with Hopkins. That was the most success he had. I think he was undefeated. I think he was 8-0 or 7-0
Yeah,
or
they went
whatever
like
it was.
9-1.
Something like that.
But
They
you got to
had a
remember
phenomenal-
that was an offensive-minded head coach. Now you have a defensive-minded head
I don't give a fuck. My best player is a quarterback. My best player is the quarterback. I don't give a fuck if you're defensive minded. If my quarterback is the best player on
But
the
that
team,
does matter, though. That does matter. The coach does matter.
my quarterback is the best player.
I agree. But some
My quarterback
coaches
is the best player.
are
Let
different.
me get him something, and then the rest of the defense, we can figure it out.
I agree. If you look at the Cardinals wide receiver departures, right? They trade Rondell Moore away. All they
Yeah.
have right now is Michael Wilson and who's their tight end?
Trey McBride.
I don't think they trade down because if they trade down, they get Brian Thomas Jr. He's a
Big
Z.
downgrade.
He's a Z. He's going to do the same thing Michael Wilson does. You just got to stay there and you got to get like an alpha wide receiver that can move everywhere, and then you start rebuilding. So I agree with them. There's no way you trade away. You trade out
I can
far
see the
away.
Chargers trade out for
I think
2
the-
picks
I think the
because the
Chargers
Chargers,
want one.
they've gotten rid of so much that they can improve at 11. If the Chargers drop to 11,
Grab
at
some more
11 you
picks.
can still and you get 11 and 23. Plus you probably get another pick next year. But at 11 and 23, you can still get a lineman, and you can get a receiver
Yeah.
Yeah.
with those 2 picks. I don't think, and Arizona already has 2 picks in the first round.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you could take Marvin and then take defense with that second pick, which I think is 25 or in the 20s.
Yeah, 27 from
Houston.
You can get a good defensive player at 27 in this draft.
There's plenty.
You can get a
But
good
you're
alignment.
this is the thing. You're getting one Marvin Harrison Jr.
Exactly.
That's the thing. And the 3 teams in front of you all need quarterbacks. So that's my opinion. At
Yeah.
5 is the Chargers. I think the
I
Chargers are
think
more
they
likely
take
to trade.
all. I think they take.
I think
all
they
5.
trade. I think
think
the
they
5. I think at 5 they trade.
I think that's going to happen too. If I was the Chargers, I would take Malik Neighbors, but I think they're going to trade. I think 5 is the trade out spot.
Because you have at 6, the Giants have put in everyone's head that they have the okay from the owner
To take a
if
quarterback.
they want to take a quarterback. They can. That's the okay. That's what's been put out there. That at 6, the quarterback could be taken. So then the Chargers have all the leverage here. Arizona does as well, but Arizona, to me, you need Marvin.
Eddie says Arizona is definitely trading back.
I feel horrible.
Well,
Why? Because Eddie's agreeing with your take.
yeah, because Eddie and
Yeah.
Luke agreed. All right, so if Arizona's trading back, that's what Eddie's saying. I don't think they do because I think you need Marvin.
Yep.
Bottom. That's what I think. I think you need Marvin.
You need blue chip players. You can't get a blue chip player past 10 in this draft, in my opinion. Unless it's Brock Bowers, but I don't think they're going to take Brock Bowers.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
So Arizona, I think the trade will be at 5, 4 or 5, but I really think Arizona needs to take Marvin. I think it would be a shock to everyone in that fan base if you don't take Marvin at 4. So let's say they don't trade. Eddie thinks they trade. I don't think they trade. Luke thinks they trade. I feel comfortable about my no trade, but we never know, obviously. But let's say they trade. If they trade, we're going to have Eddie sitting here. I told you guys.
Oh, 100%.
I've had 10,213 mock drafts. I told you.
At least one of them is
One of them
correct.
had it.
I'm
done trading.
So I don't think so. I think the Chargers trade, all the pressure coming in that the Giants will take. I think the Giants take Neighbors.
So what if this is like the greatest smokescreen ever created, and the Giants are setting this in motion? That way Malik Neighbors falls to them at 6.
That's what I think. I think the Giants will take either Neighbors or the best receiver to them.
You have to.
Yeah, the best
Malik
receiver on the
Neighbors
board,
at
they'll
6
take.
would be insane. I like Malik Neighbors and I like Marvin Harrison. I think they both have similar upside, in my opinion. I compare Marvin Harrison to like AJ Green. Crazy good receiver. People knock that, but you gotta remember how
AJ Green
great
was,
AJ Green was.
phenomenal, but he
Yes.
wasn't Julio.
Or-
I think this draft,
or-
there's a Julio.
And you know who I
And
think
then there's
there is?
AJ Green.
You know who I think there is a Malik Neighbors, who was also really good there in that same time period? Antonio Brown.
Oh, CTE. That man, Antonio Brown
This
was
is
really good.
pre-CTE. Pre-CTE.
Pre-CTE.
Antonio Brown,
Pre-CTE.
Antonio Brown was really
He
good.
couldn't be stopped.
He couldn't be stopped.
He couldn't
He
be
couldn't.
stopped.
He
could be
was
stopped.
playing
Great.
with Julio. He was playing with AJ Green. You look at that year. There's no way. If somebody told me Antonio Brown was the best,
Antonio
receiver of
Brown
that
also
era, I would
had
not say
Big Ben.
Yeah, he did.
So he had a prime Big Ben.
Yeah.
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 Julio
Prime
had
Big
prime
Ben.
Matt Ryan.
No.
Don't you
no,
dare.
MVP
don't
Matt
you
Ryan.
dare.
Matt Ryan.
Yeah, MVP Matt Ryan at the end. Matt Ryan was prime. I love Matty Ice. He was prime years later.
Yeah.
Big Ben was prime when Antonio Brown got there.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan was not prime when Julio Jones arrived. Was not.
He was prime when Tony Gonzalez was there.
So I think Julio Jones comparison to Marvin is a lot closer than AJ Green.
I agree.
I think this is the 5 pick. If there isn't a trade at 4, I think this is where we see all those teams immediately calling the Chargers.
100%. Because if there's no
Immediately.
trade at 4, here comes everyone. The Raiders, which probably they're not the Chargers are not going to trade with the Raiders
There's no
unless they
way.
fucking fleece them.
Harbaugh would want the world, or he would just be like, "Fuck you," and hang up. The
Well, he
phone.
wouldn't say fuck you, but
He might.
He said, "Thank you, brother."
you say yeah, thank you. That's it. He doesn't say fuck you, but you just keep it cordial. But
They might need something later.
at 5, I think the Chargers trade. Minnesota can come in. Denver and the Raiders cannot come into 5.
I think Denver can. The Raiders can't.
Denver can't.
Denver cannot.
Denver cannot. You're not letting.
Denver also literally has nothing.
They
Yeah,
yeah,
have nothing
they
to
gave
give.
up everything before this. They
Yeah,
can't give
Denver.
up much more.
Denver's not coming in at 5. I don't think the Raiders come in at 5 either.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
so.
Either.
Their chance to only come in before Minnesota is going to be at 4.
Wait,
So-
so maybe okay, Denver. I don't know if you guys saw what's going on with Cortland Sutton. He's disgruntled. Does
he's-
Denver does
he's
Denver move
pissed.
up with
Enlighten us.
Does Denver move up with Cortland Sutton in the mix?
No, to who? You're gonna give him to
Let's not
Arizona?
act like Cortland Sutton.
Yeah, I mean, who the fuck is Cortland?
big.
Yeah,
I mean,
Cortland Sutton is not a first. He's not worth a first round pick.
Yeah.
To the Chargers. If you give Cortland
No,
Sutton to the
fuck
Chargers,
no. No.
Chargers with some picks to move up to 5?
You need another.
No, you
first
need
rounder,
another
a
first
second
rounder.
and then
You might
Cortland
need
Sutton.
Yeah.
2 more first rounders.
Yeah, you need your 12 pick, and you need like another pick that you don't have.
That's true.
Are you a Bronco fan?
No, he's not a Bronco. Nobody's a
I-
Bronco
Saints
fan.
He's a Saints fan.
I know that, but I want to joke with you because I was like, who Sutton is.
No.
No,
I like Cortland Sutton. You don't think Cortland Sutton's good?
I think
I don't think he's worth a first round pick.
I think he's a B
he's a good 2.
receiver.
He's a really good
He's
team.
a B receiver.
Yeah, he's a
He
B
could be a
receiver.
1B.
Yeah.
He's a Keenan Allen 4 years ago. Not even.
No, take that back
I
right now.
apologize. I apologize, Keenan Allen.
That was
I
so
apologize.
disrespectful.
Mike Williams at best.
He's Keenan Allen this upcoming
Maybe-
season.
He's Keenan Allen with a hamstring injury at best.
Yeah, I apologize to Keenan Allen. I want
Out
to
for the
apologize.
year.
He's Tyler Lockett.
Maybe Chris Godwin.
Whoa.
Well, Lockett's fucking good.
No, he's better than Chris Godwin.
He's,
I think he's
he's,
Tyler
he's like a
Lockett.
Chris Godwin, I think.
He's not
Okay.
worth. So Denver has nothing to trade into the
perfect.
one.
Yeah, Chris Godwin's a good
Godwin.
comp.
Because if you have a number 1 receiver and then you have a Cortland Sutton, game over. That's all you need.
Okay, so Denver is not trading to 5. So hypothetical, I'm going to say Minnesota trades to 5. In front of New York, New York has told them that, and then New York's at 6 takes Malik Neighbors or Rome, whoever they think is better. I think Neighbors. I don't think Rome is
Yeah, I agree.
that. So
Can you explain this? Would you rather QB edition?
Okay.
I wanted
So,
to do
well,
this.
do you want to get into that right now, or you want to get into pro comps because we kind of touched on it a little bit already?
do whatever you want.
whatever?
All right. So we kind of touched on it earlier. We you said for Marvin Harrison that your pro comp was Julio.
I think it's Calvin
I think
closer than AJ Green.
I think
for
it's
me,
Calvin.
Julio. For me, it's Julio.
I don't know. Marvin Harrison's a good athlete. He's a really good athlete. I just don't think he's a freak. Like
Oh, he's a freak.
Calvin Johnson's a freak. Julio Jones is a freak. I think if Marvin Harrison would have ran the 40, he would have got like a 4.4, low 4.4. Calvin Johnson, Julio, 4.3 guys.
You don't need to run it. I watched him play the fucking games. That's the thing. There's so much shit. Oh, he ran this, he ran that. I don't give a fuck. I watched that man play the games. He played the
He's a
games.
freak.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anyone like
That good.
like the way they're able to stay in bounds and stay
Yeah.
balanced.
He has
is
great ball
pretty
skills. His
insane.
ball skills are crazy. He has great body control, but I don't think he's a freak athlete. Like if you look at Justin Jefferson, I don't think anybody's saying Justin Jefferson's a freak athlete. He does everything really well. I think Marvin Harrison is like the same thing, cut from like the same cloth. Like he's quick when he needs to be. He has crispy routes, crazy release packages. All of that helps him in his favor. He's football fast.
I think
not
he's
like a
going to be
freak.
phenomenal.
I agree.
I think he's
I
going
think we all
to
think
be.
he's gonna
Yeah,
be
I
great.
think
I think
we'll
he's
all
going to
agree.
be
I think he's
offensive
gonna be
player
good.
of the year.
I think
What's his
he
pro
can
comp?
do
Is it AJ Green?
Well, I mean, we're all everyone's pro comp is different.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear what everyone was.
Mine's is Calvin Johnson.
Mine's Julio Jones.
What says CJ?
CJ, Calvin Johnson. Sorry, what the fuck? I didn't say CJ. That man's pro comp is Steve Hutchinson.
Wyatt
Not the
Davis.
good one either.
Wyatt Davis is his pro comp.
Let's even say Tyler Perry.
Medea? Motherfucker's pro comp is Medea. Oh, shit.
Okay. Next, we'll go to the receivers first. Malik Neighbors.
Jamar Chase to me.
Andre Johnson.
Larry Fitzgerald.
He's different because his route running, but he's also physical. To me, he's different from what I've seen.
I think he's like copy and paste Jamar Chase. That's what
He's
I think.
smaller.
They're like the same size.
Dude,
They're
He's
both
6
foot.
feet.
I thought Neighbors
How tall
was
is
bigger.
Jamar Chase?
I thought
I
Neighbors.
I feel
Chase is
Jamar
6
Chase
foot.
is a little bit. I feel like Malik's
tall
a
is
little
Jamar
bit
Chase?
bulkier.
I think Neighbors is bigger.
Yeah, I think
Jamar
he's
Chase.
bigger.
Malik Neighbors is like 6 foot. I think he's like 210.
Malik Neighbors 6 foot 201.
201. How,
And Jamar Chase is 6'1",
Probably the same. exact
192 pounds. What's Jamar Chase? I don't feel that he's that.
size. I feel like he's much more physical than Jamar Chase.
I feel that as well. I think so as
Jamar
well.
Chase is one of he's a top 5 run after catch receiver.
Oh, he's a
he's-
top
he's-
They're
three.
they're both 6 foot 201.
Yeah,
Wow, so they're both
the
exact-
same.
Yeah, sounds like some
size.
bullshit.
Exactly the
They don't
same.
look that. They
They
don't
don't
look
look
that.
that.
It's
Neighbors looks
deceiving.
much bigger.
I think Neighbors looks bigger.
He looks bigger.
I'm gonna say Andre Johnson for Neighbors.
I have Chase as well.
Yeah, I think Jamar Chase.
Romo Duze.
He's to me, Romo Dunze is
Ted Ginn Jr.
he's like Roddy White or
Tegan Jr. But he was good in college.
Very good.
I had Michael Crabtree.
Not bad.
I don't hate
This
that.
one, this one's gonna be kind of. I kind of talk myself into seeing some Michael Thomas with Roma Dunze. Just like ball skills, he catches everything. He bodies people out. He's
What's
good
his
with the back
size?
I'm not a
shoulder.
fan of
He's,
Michael
I think,
Thomas.
I think
to
he's
be
like,
honest.
I was a fan of Michael Thomas. I thought he was very good.
Yeah, he was really good. Like ball skill receiver. He could just. catch
Rome is
everything.
6'3", 216.
What's Michael Thomas like? 6'2", 215.
Rome's like a poor man's Larry Fitzgerald. Like whatever,
like
not
very,
prime,
like
fair-
very, very poor.
yeah, like not prime Larry Fitzgerald. Although Eddie says that Larry Fitzgerald is an accumulator, like Tim Brown,
Stat patter.
stat patter,
Oh, yeah,
played
I heard
forever,
that.
not a game changer.
Michael
So
Thomas
Tom Brady.
is-
Sorry.
Oh no,
Michael Thomas is 6'3", 212.
So basically the
so like
same.
this-
right in there.
Okay.
That's about right.
All right, now the good ones. The quarterbacks. Caleb Williams.
Pat Mahomes, go.
Pat, yeah, I think so.
Pat Mahomes,
Caleb
go.
Williams is Pat,
Caleb's next, upcoming.
Pat
Sorry,
Mahomes,
said
Aaron
it.
Rodgers,
Done.
That's Caleb Williams.
I think
to me.
Caleb and Justin Herbert.
I don't
What?
see that.
Fuck.
Did
I
you
don't-
watch
I don't
college
see that.
football?
Did you watch him play?
Yeah, I think he's going
Do
to
you
play the
see-
way Justin does. In
What the
NFL.
fuck?
I
his
think
pocket
he's-
presence is the best out of anyone in this draft class.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, but he can also roll out. He's
He
not
doesn't,
going
he
to be a
doesn't think
runner
that.
first.
He doesn't think.
Oh,
he's good.
because I hated
He hated
against
his pocket
Notre Dame.
presence.
His pocket presence was disgusting. Like he spun into a handful of sacks every time he played a good defense. When he played against Utah, and yeah, they put up a fuck ton of points. There were certain plays he didn't convert. Like his pocket presence, a dick.
You know, it's funny. In the Utah game specifically, I saw a play where when I looked at Caleb Williams, I thought this is the play right here. So it's against Utah.
You're probably there at the game.
No. This is this year's Utah game.
Yeah,
This
this
is-
year's
this is Utah game.
That he
this
lost.
year's Utah game. It was crazy. So people like to say that he doesn't know how to recognize stuff. He can't read whatever. In that game, I saw a specific play. You have one high safety, right? So you're thinking cover one. Maybe they roll into like a cover three, and Caleb drops back. He has like a timing route on the left side. He has an out route on the right side, and then in the slot, he has somebody who's running a deep post. So as soon as he takes the snap, he goes to his first read on the left side. The safeties roll. It goes into a cover two, and then you see the deep post come across. As soon as he goes from his first read, looks to the deep post, sees the safety rolling, doesn't even hesitate, throws it over the middle. Gets stopped at the 1 yard line because the receiver fell. That's
What
an
was the
NFL
score in the
touchdown.
game? What was the score in the game on that play? Were they down 21?
No, it was 7-7, I think. I think it was like 7-7. This was like early in the game.
There's something about him that
I
I don't
think he's
like,
gonna
and
be
I think
great.
it's his attitude. And there's something about him that I don't like.
we know
when
that.
his
We know.
style is Patrick Mahomes, I don't think he will have that success.
Oh no, no one will.
That's why I didn't call him out.
No one will.
So I
but
can't give
the
him
play
that Pat
style
Mahomes.
is the same.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
the comp isn't like
He's
how
gonna
good
be
they'll
that.
be at play
I think the
style.
play style is the same.
Oh, play styles: Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah.
Josh Allen with maybe a better decision maker.
But I think he will be a top 5 quarterback in like 2 years.
oh,
I
that
agree.
are you out of your mind? In 2
think
years?
in
In
2
2 years?
In 2 years.
In 2
So
years.
we're just eliminate. So let's eliminate the top 5 now. Then, so we're gonna eliminate Herbert because Joe Burrow. We're eliminate Lamar Jackson. That's who you guys are gonna eliminate.
I can take Lamar
So we're
out,
gonna
yeah.
talk about this man being better than Lamar Jackson in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's
You
what you're
can definitely
saying.
take Josh Allen out of that top 5.
I can take
Ooh.
Justin,
I'm not allowing that.
That's
I am not
horrific.
allowing. Josh
Take him out of there
Allen.
next
Josh
year.
Allen will be the fucking MVP of the NFL next season.
Cut bet
Book that
that.
shit. NFL MVP Josh Allen next year, guaranteed.
Who's he throwing to?
I don't give a fuck who he's throwing to.
Samuel.
Nobody.
this is factual.
2 tight end sets.
Josh Allen will be the MVP next year of this league.
But just imagine what Caleb has going into the NFL.
Yeah.
I understand he has all of that. His
and
roster
he
is
already
built.
plays well. He already is built to play
Yeah.
well in the NFL.
Yeah, and he's played with really, really, really good offenses, and he still
gonna
hasn't
have
won
that again.
fucking bowl games.
I'm just interested to see what Caleb's going to look like when they're down by 14 with like 10
Yeah,
minutes
the
left.
Brock Purdy moment that Eddie sat here and then he tried to say that he didn't say it and didn't want to give CJ when he asked Brock Purdy to be down this many points in the second half. Brock Purdy came back and Eddie didn't acknowledge that. That's what you want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, but if he does the same thing,
No, if he does the same thing, like if Caleb,
you're
can
gonna
get
not
it done,
see. You're not gonna be Eddie. You're gonna say, "Oh fuck! All right, he proved me wrong."
book it.
Yes.
Book it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take a pie to
Because
a
there's
face.
been a man who sat right
I'll
here
I'll
and he
take a-
said, "I want to see Purdy do this, da da da," and he did it.
There was so-
and then Eddie tried to say that Christian McCaffrey flew 97 yards for a touchdown.
I'll take a pie to a face if I
If
go
you don't,
back on my
if
word.
you back
Yeah.
out on it,
Yes.
okay, all right. Because Eddie did it. We allowed it because it was against CJ. Fuck CJ. So we're good. It's the thing. So I think Caleb is good. They put together a team for him to be successful.
Yeah.
I think that any one of the other 3 quarterbacks that they can take on that team will be just as successful.
I disagree. Caleb Williams just like objectively can do stuff that most of these quarterbacks can't do. His natural instincts and feel for the pocket, none of them are even close to that. His arm, the only person who's close to his arm is Drake May, but Caleb Williams still has.
You know what I loved his feel in the pocket? You know what I loved his feel in the pocket when he pretended to get hurt in that playoff game against in that title game against Utah. I love that feel. I love the feel when his team intercepted the ball, put him there to score a touchdown, and then get the 2-point conversion. He ran in for the touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion was a turd play that he couldn't convert. That's the great feel and all that bullshit that you believe about him. I believe that he's being put on a team where he for him to succeed will be super simple.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that we got to look at. The other quarterbacks are going into shit situations, with the exception of the team that goes to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I would love to see whoever goes into Minnesota when they play the Bears. I want to see that comparison of what it's going to look like.
Hopefully they play each other.
I think
Well, of course they will play each other twice.
Oh, fuck.
They're in the same fucking
They're in the
division.
same
Jesus
division.
fucking Christ.
Hopefully they play each other.
But they will 2 times.
Hopefully they schedule that, man.
That will definitely happen. Fucking twice. He's put in the situation to succeed right away.
And if he doesn't, it's gonna be really
And
bad.
if he doesn't, it's going to be a fucking roar.
I don't see him failing though. Like
Yeah,
I think
I don't
I don't see
there's no
anyone
way.
there failing.
Okay, but even that, like, I think year 1, Caleb Williams is going to be good. He's going to be a good to great quarterback, maybe a little bit inconsistent.
better
year
than
one.
CJ Stroud.
No,
Year one?
not year one.
Not year
Hell
one.
no.
I don't think
The
so.
only way you beat CJ
That's the
Stroud
only-
year 1 is to go to the
Yeah, you have.
I
To,
just
Conference
think CJ
championship.
Stroud. I think
No,
CJ Stroud
I
has
don't think
better
that's
coaching.
true because they're going to play in a much tougher division than what CJ Stroud
that's
played.
very true. Also,
Much tougher.
what do you-
Yeah, what do you mean?
The Lions.
Not that. Well, hold on. That's not what I was saying. Like, I feel like most people will think like the only way to be better than CJ Stroud is to make it further than he did.
That's
in the
only
playoffs.
people that are stupid. Because if
David.
yeah, because if he goes out there and he throws for 3,800 yards and he has 25 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and they're 9-8 or 10-7, and they don't make the playoffs because the Green Bay Packers and the fucking Detroit Lions are in
Are
that
still
division,
good.
Yeah.
and they're still good, and their quarterbacks are still good, and their rosters are still good,
Yeah.
and he doesn't make the playoffs. Oh, he didn't have a better rookie year than C.J. Stroud. Fuck yeah, he did.
I'm just
Fuck
saying.
yeah, he will. If that's the result, then yes.
Yeah.
But I think any one of those quarterbacks goes in there, they'll all succeed right away because you have two
You have too
receivers
many
It's a full
pieces.
team. It's a full team.
You have too
ready
many
to go.
pieces not to win.
not to win. The thing is, they're going to be in that division,
Yeah.
and their defense. I think they're going to be top 10 this year.
Yes.
Top
I'll
10
say.
defense.
They will
Next,
sign Jalen
Jalen-
Hurts.
So,
Daniels?
but I'll say his style is Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers. But
Yeah.
I don't think he will have that success. I don't think he wins a Super Bowl in 8 years.
We'll see.
Throwing that
think
shit
he
out
was-
there.
We'll see.
Throwing that shit out there.
Next player, Jaden Daniels.
I think it's obvious.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. That's his upside.
But I think he can be
Oh no,
better
his
than
upside is not
Kyler
Kyler Murray.
Kyler
His
Murray-
upside is to crush Kyler Murray
No,
because
yeah.
he's like 6 inches bigger
The
than him.
play style is similar.
6 inches is a
but
lot.
A shitload.
shit, you telling me?
Glad we're on the same page.
Don't preach to the choir, brother.
I think Jaden Daniels is more Jalen Hurts.
I said RG3.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking Kyler
No,
Murray on the higher
RG3.
end. On the lower end,
Yes.
he could be Tyrod Taylor, and that's the thing that worries me about Jaden Daniels. I think he's Tyrod Taylor.
But
That's
Tyrod-
That's a hot take. I think on the low end, he's Tyrod Taylor.
brother,
That's
what's
offensive
that,
to
brother?
Tyrod. That's offensive to Tyrod. That man has only come in to teams and
So
played
you-
well.
Okay, but you're saying okay. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, he's not a bad quarterback at the end of the day.
That
I
man
think
is
he's
either-
Deshaun Watson.
He's either going to be Deshaun Watson threw for fucking 5,000 yards.
Yeah.
So
Watch your mouth over there.
Just watch your fucking mouth with the Deshaun talk here.
got so
Who did he say for
defended.
Jaden Daniels?
And he got sacked like
Huh?
60 times that year, too.
Who did he say?
It's
Deshaun Watson. Which Deshaun Watson?
Yeah.
This Deshaun Watson or 5,000 yards?
Pre or post?
Pre or post, you know what we're talking about.
Bernard
Pre or post massage?
B-Hop. That's what we're talking about, right? Pre or post? It's Hopkins or after Hopkins. We're not doing the whole
No,
massage
no,
thing.
no.
I'm not fucking. We're not running with those allegations.
Pre-massage.
That man has not been
post-massage.
convicted of any crime.
I'm just saying massage.
Neither was
I didn't-
OJ.
I didn't-
We say he got a massage.
We said you can
Yeah,
massage.
but
I didn't say anything.
I agree with OJ as well. So,
Brother,
Flip
what?
All right,
Anyway.
so who's your comp for Danny Daniels?
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
Mine's Kyler Murray. Play style.
I think it's either
he can
Jalen
better than
Hurts
him.
or EJ Manuel.
EJ Manuel's fucking
He could
crazy.
be really bad or he could be really good. There
Okay.
could be no in between.
So then why the fuck is he going number 2 then?
What did EJ Manuel go? Like 13 or something?
No, went second round, I thought.
Whatever. EJ Manuel on the worst end and on the high end, Jalen Hurts.
I don't think
I think
he can
he's
pay-
Geno Smith at his worst.
They don't even play similar.
Yeah.
Don't matter. Just talking about the actual
I think
finish.
he's saying how they're gonna be in the NFL.
yeah,
Okay.
garbage could be.
I'm going
Or-
play style. I don't know what they're fucking going on.
Yeah, this is supposed to be on play style.
All right,
not
then
like-
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts for me.
I think Kyler Murray more for me.
I think RG3.
I can see it.
I don't think it's Kyler.
Before RG3 got hurt, he was a fucking dog in the NFL.
Thank you.
Yeah, for 16 and a half games.
But that's could be his future. He's not that big, and he gets hit.
I'm going to give you a good one with JJ.
All right, before we get to DJ,
It better
I'm going
be.
to give you a good one with
it
JJ.
better be the most correct
I'm
of
going
all
to give you
time.
a good one for JJ.
It better
boy.
be Aiden O'Connell.
we're gonna. we got 2 comments about Caleb Williams. One from Rick Flores says, "I believe Caleb has mental issues and will not make it in the NFL. Sorry, he has
Holy
talent.
shit.
He has talent, but has mental issues. I have mentioned this to Eddie before. Just watch.
Bro, call him Ryan Garcia.
There's so.
And, damn. And then Yuta Man Stetson said, Caleb Williams, Bo Callahan from movie draft day. All the talent, all the film. Questionable if his teammates show up to this birthday party.
Whoever that guy is, that's a great comment.
Great
That's
comment.
perfect comp.
Great comment.
That's a
Bo
great
Callahan.
I think it's prospect. fits
Good
in. That's
movie,
why
by the
everybody's
way.
talking.
Phenomenal movie.
Good movie. I love great NFL movie.
Yeah.
One of
All
the
right.
best.
Next, pro comp, Drake May.
I don't even want to hear Rafa's. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear your comment. Can we skip you?
I'll go last. I'll go last.
Let Rafa go last.
I'll go
for all of
last.
these.
I'll go last.
All right, I have Justin Herbert.
Justin Herbert as well.
I had Josh Allen.
What fuckery.
Fuck you.
What
All right,
fuckery. Who do you
Luke,
got?
Luke?
I think he's Big Ben.
That's a good comp. Say
He's more athletic.
Rafa, say
Yeah.
it. Say it right now.
You don't want to hear.
Say it.
Bro, please.
I'm going to give you a good one.
Be ready with the button.
I'm going to give you a good one. I'm going to give you a good one. Matt Ryan.
Not
Oh,
terrible.
okay, that's valid.
I think that's where
But you think he's like the end of Matt Ryan at best?
I'm kinda
like
disappointed.
No, he's more mobile than Matt Ryan.
Like
I
Colts
think,
Matt Ryan.
Like Matt.
I think it's just going to
Oh,
take him
damn.
time. I think it's going to take him time. I don't think he's going to be 3 years good.
Colts Matt Ryan is dirty.
I think Matt Ryan. But at the end, like, it's going to take him a while to be.
I think at worst it's Carson Wentz
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's a good one. Carson Wentz.
after injury, not pre-injury.
it was 12 good fucking games, dude. It was
Still, it's
12
the
good
MVPs.
games.
What about Trevor Lawrence? I've seen a lot of
I can see
comparisons between the
Trevor
two of them.
Lawrence.
I saw
I
it.
was going to say Trevor, but I hate Trevor more than Drake May. So.
No disrespect.
No disrespect.
Yeah. So that's I would never put that on them. But
Don't put that on me, Ricky Bobby.
who else you got?
Next, we have Bo Nix.
Oof.
That was a tough one because I don't. It's hard because he played so many years in college for me. Like,
I think he's Eli.
No, he's too mobile.
yeah, he's way more mobile than Eli, right?
Yeah.
It's like Brock Purdy.
That's what I had.
Ooh,
Brock Purdy, Bo
It's
Nix,
like a Brock
so
Purdy.
Super Bowl
Super
contender.
Bowl contender.
Shut the fuck up.
Brock Purdy went to the Super Bowl. I don't know if you know that. That was top 5 in everything last year. Everything.
Did go to the Super Bowl.
He did.
And he was top 5 in everything.
Where's my dad?
That where you guys seem to forget. Every fucking week, you guys seem to forget that Brock Purdy was not top 5 in everything.
No,
What was
I mean,
the average
He'll,
depth of
he'll be a
target, though, for
great
Brock Purdy?
system guy.
Oh, that's you're gonna do that. Okay. All right.
System quarterback.
We're system quarterback. Unfucking believable.
System marriage.
I'm gonna go Bo Nix, Alex Smith.
Ooh, I don't hate that.
I'm gonna go Bo Nix, Alex
That's a
Smith.
good one.
Yeah.
But even to me, I think Alex was. I mean, play style. I can go with that for sure.
He's more mobile than all those guys, but Alex probably bigger arm maybe. But Alex Smith.
All right, next, Michael Penix.
Oh, he's saving
This
JJ
one's
for
tough.
You saw it up there, man.
last. Fuck, man.
This one's tough because he's not. I mean, he's mobile, but he's more a pocket presence first. He's more pass first.
It's like a Tua.
Maybe Tua, but
Tua. He likes not just because he's a lefty too. He likes throwing it. He just throws it deep.
Yeah, and see who can go get it. Yeah, I like Tua. That's a
Yeah,
good comp.
it's a good comp too.
That's a great comp,
But I
Tua.
think he has more upside than Tua. I think he can be better than what Tua is right now.
He's a better thrower than Tua. There's no doubt about
I
that.
put him at Joe Burrow.
Oh my
that's a-
God, this man done lost his mind.
Joe Burrow's more of like a reader though. He reads defenses crazy. Michael Penix just kind of throws the deep ball. He just
I don't
throws it
know
up
Joe
there.
Burrow. I like the Tua.
The Tua comp is pretty
the
good.
Tua comp I like.
I think he can be better than Tua.
Yeah.
All right. The Holy Grail. Pro comp of J.J. McCarthy.
The Holy Grail.
I'll go last, so you guys can bitch.
I don't even know because, like, it's hard because I don't even see him as a starter in the NFL.
That is the pure hate.
Oh, then you'll love who my comp is. Have him as Jimmy G.
That's a great comp.
Who you got?
I see a lot of Rivers in him.
Colts Rivers.
Or
Chargers
Rivers.
12 kids or
Chargers
18?
Rivers. Chargers Rivers is a Hall of Famer, whether you guys like it or not.
No, he is.
So
100%.
JJ, who you got for JJ?
Oh man, I can't go. I can't say
Who you
one.
got for JJ?
Yeah, I don't hate JJ. This might be kind of a compliment, but if I had to compare him, honestly, he's like a box of Legos. Like whoever he goes to, just whatever they want to turn him into, I just think that's what he.
Andrew Luck.
Whatever they want.
Andrew
What the
Luck.
fuck?
Dude,
Andrew Luck. Give me JJ.
I actually
Andrew
see the
Luck.
rationale for that.
What the fuck?
Andrew Luck. JJ McCarthy.
Brother,
I did it. I'm doing it. Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck was like on peak of being great, like
He
top
elite.
3
He
quarterback
was
before
great.
he retired.
JJ is Andrew Luck, man.
What the?
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
I agree. I
He'll
like
finish second in offensive rookie.
Oh
No, he won't even. No.
Crazy.
He won't even be top 3.
If he starts, that man's gonna be offensive rookie.
I think at
he goes to the
best
Raiders.
he's a little bit better than Zach Wilson.
Y'all hating. Y'all hating.
Andrew Luck was also 6'5".
I hope JJ goes to Minnesota and McCarthy is 6'5".
No, Andrew Luck was 6'5".
And McCarthy's what, 6'3"? 6'2", 225 pure white.
You're
All
white
right,
chocolate.
it feels like every 3 years they rank the quarterbacks from a draft class. So 3 years down the road, what are we looking at? Who's number 1, 2, and 3?
If JJ goes to the Raiders, he will be second in offensive rookie because I think Marvin will win that. If he goes to Minnesota, he will also
So
be
Caleb
second.
is not even top 3, top 2.
He's 3.
That's fucking crazy.
He's like Jacoby Brissett. That's
Who?
JJ McCarthy. He could be like. I think he's like a Jacoby Brissett.
Oh, he's better than that.
Well, we don't know if he's
I
bad. Jacoby
disagree.
wasn't bad. Jacoby's not bad. He's a
that is
formidable
being
fucking
fair.
quarterback.
That is being
Jacoby
really fair, I
Brissett.
believe.
That man, I hope that man does miracles.
Okay.
Go JJ. Go JJ. Andrew Luck, baby.
I don't know why all the like. You saw what I saw. We saw the same game.
We did. But then you got to dig further into it.
How further are we going?
I think that he did what they asked him to do. I think he
and I
did
agree.
what was needed for the team to win.
But when I'll go back to the Maryland game. When it got tough, he could not perform. They struggled.
They lost?
They won.
Did they
and
cover?
that's fine. I don't know if they covered.
they cover?
Probably not because they're favored by like probably 20.
What
But-
did the game end?
I don't remember the score, but I remember him being horrific against Maryland. And for me, they needed him to step up, and he didn't.
Did they
win
lose?
that game on defense and running the ball?
That's how their team was built.
And when they needed him to play good, he couldn't do it.
But they won.
Yes, and that's fine. Teams win. That's how it works. But when they needed him to play good, he didn't perform.
I think he did enough. And if he goes to the Raiders or Minnesota with elite receivers on the outside,
I don't think he even beats Aiden O'Connell out in a QB run.
oh, this is gibberish.
This is a facts.
He might not beat Minshew right away, but it's going to get to a point where he's going to have to play if he's on the Raiders.
Oh, if he's taking
If he's the Raider quarterback, you want him to start week 1.
oh, you have to. If he's taking top 10, he has to start at some point.
I
But I don't
think
think
I
he
think
should
if he
even-
goes to Minnesota or the Raiders, he will finish number 2 in offensive.
You
rookie.
are saying
I think
those
he's better
insane
in
shit
Minnesota.
today, and like no one's like, what the fuck, man? Like,
That's what they pay me to do, man. That's what they pay me to do, baby.
All right, since we're on topic of J.J. McCarthy, let's do a little would you rather with some quarterbacks.
Oof.
it's me good.
J.J. McCarthy or Bryce Young?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
JJ McCarthy.
Fuck you,
JJ.
J.J. McCarthy
JJ.
or Daniel Jones?
JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy.
I hate Daniel Jones more
Me
than
too.
JJ McCarthy.
Me too. I hate
J.J. McCarthy or Russell Wilson?
JJ McCarthy.
Peak Russell Wilson?
No,
or
no,
now-
it's today. This is today.
Oh, we're
JJ
talking-
McCarthy.
Then JJ
Okay, then
McCarthy.
JJ McCarthy,
Oh,
yeah.
shit, my fault.
JJ McCarthy or Geno Smith?
Oh, JJ McCarthy.
Gino,
JJ
fuck that.
McCarthy.
The turds, if we're just naming like turd
no, no, no,
quarterbacks,
no.
okay.
There's more coming.
JJ McCarthy or Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
No doubt.
JJ McCarthy or Tua?
Oh, Tua.
Shit.
On the Dolphins, it's Tua.
Yeah, too.
Yeah, on the Dolphins, it's Tua.
Fuck Tua. I'm going JJ McCarthy. Fucking Tua.
I want to hear these next two. JJ McCarthy or Dak Prescott?
Dak.
Dak.
JJ.
Dak is
Dak.
top 3
Dak.
quarterback in the NFL
Dak.
right now.
He's so overrated.
He was great last year.
He's so
Besides the
overrated.
game against the Packers.
Except the game that
Except the
mattered.
playoffs.
Except the biggest game of the
Dak.
season.
Be fair.
Dak.
Dak.
JJ McCarthy or Justin Herbert?
Herbert.
Justin
Herbert.
Herbert.
Just
All the
Herbert.
way.
I would take Justin Fields over JJ McCarthy though.
So would I.
That's to me. You're a Steeler fan. You're a homer. That doesn't count. Yeah, I would
I
take
would
Justin
take
I
Fields.
took JJ over Russ.
I think Justin Fields got fucked by the Bears. That's my opinion. So, but
Stand
that's
on
what
business.
I
Stand
think.
on
But
business.
by the way, going back to Dak, Dak is 100% top 5 quarterback in the NFL.
no.
He might be top 3 or 4 for me.
What the hell is happening?
No, it's
That's
Mahomes, Josh Allen, and Burrow.
Based off last year's.
What do you mean?
performance.
You keep saying,
Yes.
You keep saying,
Josh Allen.
How do you just remove?
You hate Josh Allen.
Yeah, that's why he said, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes,
Burrow was hurt. We can't
Dak
include Burrow.
Prescott.
We can't include Burrow. Burrow was hurt.
What are you talking
Still got to include him.
Did you not say Lamar?
I would rather have Dak Prescott
I would too.
than Lamar.
I would too. It proved it in playoffs. I
Well,
mean, not
that's-
really.
No,
Don't
did
get
it.
wild.
No,
Not
did it.
Don't
really.
get wild.
I take that back. Not really, but I'd rather have Dak for sure over Lamar.
I would as well. What do you mean why?
Even his stats were cleared Lamar. I mean, was he?
Dak's a better thrower than Lamar. Not even close.
Dak has better receivers than Lamar. I want to see Lamar.
You
with
can
the
give
CD Lamb.
Lamar that
So-
offense. It's gonna be the
Lamar
same thing.
had Zay Flowers and Bateman.
Odell.
Don't you
Fuck
dare
Odell.
throw
Nah, nah,
Odell.
Andrews.
Well, he was
All right.
hurt half the year.
Still, would he play 8 games? Dak only had fucking CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
All right. I'd rather have 2 really good receivers than just one.
Okay.
Are you guys for real
Lamar
right now?
Jackson
You guys are
had
picking
one
Lamar
good
over
receiver.
Dak?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
I would take
crazy.
Lamar over Dak.
That's crazy.
Not me. Not me. I wouldn't
I
at
wouldn't
all.
either.
How many MVPs does Dak have?
He should have had one.
How many,
Does he?
how many playoff wins does Dak have?
The same as Lamar, probably. The same as Lamar.
Dak
The
Dak
same
was
as Lamar.
drafted
I
2
think
years
Dak.
before, though.
I think Dak
Huh?
only has.
Dak was drafted 2 years before, though.
Yeah.
Okay, and Dak Prescott is a quarterback. He's a quarterback. Lamar Jackson is not a fucking quarterback. Yeah, he can't throw the ball. He can't throw the ball.
It's bad. It's bad.
Listen.
It's really bad. Let's be honest about it.
4th and 15,
thought
and
you
you
beat
have
those
to throw
allegations.
15 yards down the field. Is it Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson?
Dak Prescott every time.
Is it Dak Prescott or Lamar Jackson? Who do you want throwing the ball? You got to throw the ball. You can't fucking run it. You got to throw the ball. Who do you want to throw the ball? Is it Lamar throwing that sidearm fucking bullet, or is it Dak Prescott?
Dak Prescott.
That's a good point. I'd probably take Dak Prescott in that scenario.
In that scenario,
In any
a fucking scenario
in every scenario
where
in
you're
the game,
snap
give
the
me
ball.
Dak.
All right,
Eddie
well,
is
you-
absolutely livid. He said Lamar Jackson like 3 times. He said in all caps, Lamar Jackson was the fucking MVP. Ravens had a shitty game plan in that last game. All these have like 5
Yeah,
exclamation
you know
points.
why the Ravens game plan sucked? Because Lamar Jackson dropped back to throw the goddamn ball. That's why the game plan sucked. Because he had to throw the fucking ball.
He was airmailing balls.
Because he cannot throw. He's not a thrower.
I'm on your side here, sir.
He's 100%. Lamar Jackson is not a fucking thrower. He's a playmaker. 100%. Way
Yeah.
better playmaker. The best playmaker in football. Second best, actually, because Mahomes is the best.
Yeah.
But he's an incredible playmaker. If we're talking on playmaking ability, if we're talking about a flag football game where the quarterback can run, I want Lamar Jackson. But to throw the ball on 4th and 15, that motherfucker is second to last on my list.
To run my offense, I want Dak Prescott every time.
Oh my God.
What the fuck is going on here?
It's the hate of Lamar was the MVP. Yes, he also ran for whatever amount of fucking yards. Blah 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 blah.
His
When
stats-
when they asked him to throw the ball in that game against the Chiefs, give me stats.
Oh god.
Zach just said, "What are we talking about here?" Dak top 5 is crazy.
Thank you.
Who's
Who's better?
Dak top
what the
5 is
fuck?
Who's
Dak top 5
better?
is not crazy.
Who's better? Who's better? Give me
who you
names.
putting above him? In
Okay.
top
Mahomes,
five?
Herbert, Burrow, Lamar.
Lamar's not okay.
I will
disagree.
remove Herbert from that.
What?
No.
I will remove Herbert from that. You heard me.
I did, but what?
Why
What?
is that? Why is that a hot take?
Let's look at
Herbert
plays.
is better than Dak.
Josh
At
Allen,
doing what?
Brock Purdy.
Being a quarterback.
His record doesn't tell you that.
It's a team game, Rafa.
Oh, it's a team game. Let's look up in the fourth quarter. How bad was he at the end of game? I love Herbert. I love
know.
Herbert. I love Herbert. But if we look at the actual fucking numbers, which Laker fans forget to do because you guys are Kobe lovers, which relates to the same
That's
thing,
right.
Fuck
which
it.
relates to the same shit.
Fuck it, bring it
Kobe
in.
fucking hit a game winner. He also missed the 7 shots before that to tie the fucking
You know
game.
why he said that? Because Zach commented that.
Exactly, 100%. Bro, look at Herbert's stats to end the game. Did you see his stats in the fourth quarter this year when the game was within 7 points? Against the Chiefs, how many drives did he have where he got 0 first downs? What did he do head-to-head against Dak? Did they not get their ass whooped?
That man blew a 33-point lead against the Jags.
27, and it was his coach's fault.
Fuck
That I
It's
agree, but
Herbert's
also at the end of the
fault.
day,
Fuck
you
that.
got to make a play. You're right.
Yes.
And nobody ever says, "Oh, Herbert did this." Bro, nobody ever blames him because the coach was that fucking bad.
Exactly.
He had a shitload of talent. Dak Prescott is better than Justin Herbert.
Right now, yes.
The numbers prove it.
Herbert has
You guys tend to forget, like, when you get to the Brock Purdy conversation. Oh, it doesn't matter that he had. Oh no, it's because he had Christian McCaffrey. It's because he had Brandon Ayuk. It's because he had Deebo Samuel. Blah 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 blah. I don't give a fuck. The man had to throw the ball. He had to snap the ball. He had to throw it. He had to make a decision.
Yeah, those screens are hard to throw, man.
Fuck you.
Bro, the man had to make a decision. The man had to make a decision.
Yeah, either throw it here or here. That's the
Yeah,
decision.
there you go. Still had to make a decision.
Fuck.
Okay, well, what about Jordan Love over Dak Prescott? I would take Jordan Love over
I
Dak
would
Prescott.
too.
Right now, only because he's so young.
What?
I
I
take
think Jordan
CJ
Love is a
Stroud
better
over
passer.
Dak Prescott.
I'd take CJ Stroud.
Because you're saying
That's what
because you
Zach
have
asked
you have
too.
him
Zach
as
asked
Bro.
Dak over Stroud.
it's
Guys, it's
because
one season. It's one season. This man has played for how many seasons? He's an all-pro. He's a Pro Bowler how many times? He can't win at the end of January. In the beginning of January, we know that he can't win. That's his problem. Could it be the coach? Fine. That man, the season that he had this year, he deserves to be a top 5 paid quarterback in the league. There's no doubt about it. You can say no. You
But
can say no.
the stats and wins say otherwise.
They were second. Did they not win the AFC East? I mean, the NFC East?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Sad this year.
the wins.
The East was sad. This
The Eagles made the playoffs as well. You know that, right?
Yeah, okay. And when the Eagles were the Eagles last year, he couldn't beat the Eagles. He couldn't beat the Eagles last year. The year before that, Dak couldn't be better than them. Dak cannot win in the big scenarios.
That's fine. Neither can Justin Herbert.
Neither can Kirk Cousins. That man got paid $120 fucking million.
Neither can Justin Herbert. How about
Cousins is
fucking
an
Tua? How about Tua? And you
He's
guys
just
want to
figured
claim
it
that
out.
Tua's better.
His agent got to figure
He
it out.
just figured it out.
Guys, you're removing Dak. Yes, in January the man cannot win, but he's good for 12 wins a season, 11 to 12 every year.
Is he good for 12 wins? Or are the Cowboys good for 12 wins a season?
He's the quarterback. He's throwing for 4,000 yards. He's throwing for 30 touchdowns.
Yeah, like the stats are unbelievable.
You don't want Dak Prescott today as your quarterback?
I didn't
You're
say
out
that.
of your fucking mind.
I didn't say that.
so
Where did that come from?
How about you? You're a
I
fucking
would-
Saints
I would
fan.
take
You're not
Dak
going to take
Prescott.
Dak?
I would take Dak Prescott.
Get the fuck out
lot
of here.
of
We're
teams would
crowning
take
CJ
Dak-
Stroud after one season in a garbage ass division. You're doing the same thing to CJ Stroud that you did last year to Trevor Lawrence. It's the same fucking thing. He was great, oh, blah, 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 blah. Next year, we'll see. Give me that again. Give it to me again. Let me see it again. But there's no way that Dak, who finished second or third in MVP race, is now all of a sudden not top 5.
Yeah,
Like, we're just throwing that shit away.
Okay.
Like, I understand the Purdy take. The Purdy, fine. Purdy's not top 5, but he top 10.
Yeah.
Sorry to tell you, but he is.
I'll put him in top 10.
Went off a little spiral there. But back to the
There's
draft.
no fucking spiral here.
No, we were talking about quarterbacks in the draft.
Tell
and
him,
then we
Rafa,
got to
fuck
the top
that.
5.
Fuck that shit.
All right. So we'll go do the Would You Rather again, but with Michael Penix. Michael Penix or Bryce Young?
Bryce
Bryce
Young.
Young.
Michael Penix.
Bryce Young.
Michael Penix.
Michael
Yeah.
Penix or Daniel Jones?
Michael
Michael
Penix.
Penix.
Michael Penix.
Michael Penix or Russell Wilson?
Penix.
Michael Penix.
Penix.
Michael Penix or Geno Smith?
Penix.
Michael
Penix.
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 Michael Penix or Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Purdy.
Penix. Penix.
He gets excited like you. My boy, you didn't win nothing yet. You didn't win nothing. You like Michael Penix over
Sounded
Brock
like
Purdy?
Medea was in
I
there.
like Penix. I'll take Penix.
I like
take
Brock
Penix?
Purdy.
I like
Brock
Penix.
Purdy.
Give me Penix.
Michael Penix or Tua?
Michael
Penix.
Penix.
Michael Penix.
He's a better
He's
Tua.
a bet. Yeah.
All right. You want to do that list with Bo Nix again?
You didn't do Dak, did you?
Yeah, but obviously know his answer. Gonna be.
I want
100%.
I want Dak.
I want Dak.
Fuck Dak.
Just so
Give me
you
Dak.
know, I want Dak.
I'll take Dak.
Give me Dak. Just so you motherfuckers know. Don't forget it, Dak.
What about Drake May? Let's do Drake May.
Okay.
That'd be a good one.
Oh my fucking. All right.
Starts.
Drake May or Bryce Young?
Drake
Drake
May.
May.
Drake May.
Drake May or Daniel Jones?
Drake
Drake
May.
May.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones is trash, bro.
Crazy.
Drake
That's
May for
crazy.
me.
Drake May or Russell Wilson?
Russell
Drake
Wilson.
May. Drake May.
Drake May. There's no way.
Yeah, he's a homer. He's a fucking homer.
his hat.
If Russell Wilson was still on the Broncos, that's the thing about some of you guys. You motherfuckers are homers. Drake May over Russell Wilson today and yesterday. Not 3 years ago, but today.
Drake May or Geno Smith?
Drake May.
Drake May.
Every quarterback on your list, just so you know, in my opinion, they all suck dick. Geno Smith,
Besides Dak.
except for Dak. And Brock Purdy.
I'm trying to see where your line has it with Drake May. So Drake May or Brock Purdy?
Drake
Brock Purdy,
May.
always.
Drake May.
I'm taking Brock Purdy over everyone on your list.
There's no way. I'm
Drake
taking
May or Tua?
Drake May.
That's where it starts.
That's one. That's tough.
That's.
I'm gonna go Drake May. I said it.
I'll take Drake May as well.
Yeah.
I don't like Tua.
Drake May or Dak?
Dak, ain't no doubt about it.
Dak.
Dak, bro.
Drake May or Herbert?
Herbert.
Drake May or Carr.
Drake May.
Drake May.
Carr sucks.
Drake May or Kirk Cousins?
Drake May.
Now late Kirk Cousins.
Kirk Cousins, I take Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now, yeah.
Post Achilles?
Yeah, I take. I
There's
want
too
to
many
see
questions.
it. I want to see it. So I Kirk Cousins.
There's too many questions with May. to
Yeah,
take
no,
into
it's just
account.
Kirk Cousins. It's like it's fucking Kirk Cousins.
Big Kirko? You can't fuck with Big,
Big Kirk
Kirko.
Hope.
Yeah, like
Drake May or Deshaun Watson.
Everyone else is gonna
Deshaun Watson. Don't do that to me.
Drake May.
This guy loves Deshaun Watson, bro.
I'll take
Don't know what the fuck it is.
Deshaun Watson over like.
Why did my Apple Watch give me a loud environment notification?
That
Rafa,
happens.
shut the fuck up.
My bad, man. My bad.
All right.
Fuck your Apple Watch.
So we gotta take a quick little break, and then we'll come back, talk about NBA playoffs, and if we want to, spin back
yeah.
on the draft.
Oh, we talk draft all night. So we're back in what,
Hey,
2 minutes?
Hey, there's no big host here today to control the show. Guys,
All right, we'll be back
Let
in
him loose.
2 minutes?
3.
3 minutes. We'll be right back. All right, guys, we're back. Pelicans, Kings, 45-54, 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Pelicans on a huge run. By the way, Ingram, who didn't play the last fourth quarter, is having a decent game. So good for the Pelicans so far. Kings don't have enough firepower, man. Too many injuries on this team. So we'll see. Hopefully they can get back into it, but I don't think they can. And then the Pelicans will hold.
If Pelicans win, it's Pelicans and Thunder first round.
That's terrible.
What's a better matchup for the Thunder?
I would say it's the Kings.
I don't like the Thunder, period. I love Shea. I just don't think they have enough to beat a
They're just young, man. They're so
Oh,
yeah, they're so
It's
young.
crazy.
Can I give a quick shout out to Jacob? Jacob, preseason, we said everyone give our MVP picks. He gave SGA.
He did.
And he's gonna finish top 3, I believe. He's
He
not gonna
might win it.
He's not gonna win it.
He's not going to win it.
It's gonna be
Is the
Luka.
Joker gonna win?
He should. Joker should always win it.
This is the LeBron thing. LeBron should have always won it, but he
Yeah,
didn't.
but they're not gonna give it to. I mean, it's probably Luka. Honestly, I think Luka might.
No.
White boy's making noise.
Jokic will win it, but in my opinion, it should be Luka.
I don't think it should be Luka because you take Luka away from that team, you still have Kyrie. If you take SGA away from that team, you don't have that. No.
But
You don't have nothing.
Kyrie on the Mavs by himself, they're not that great.
I agree.
They're not a playoff team.
Yeah, but
Kyrie's never.
they're still a playoff
They're-
team.
Maybe 9 or 8.
I agree with him.
They're like 9.
I think without
they-
Luka, they're a fucking playing game and like playing late,
like 9-10. I believe that
9-10.
as well.
like 9-10.
He it's proven he cannot carry a team by himself. It's been
Oh, it's
proven.
proven.
He's
That
not
motherfucker didn't make the playoffs without another superstar.
Yeah.
Proven.
I guess.
That's the thing.
Even with KD and Harden, they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, there's something wrong with Kyrie, and I love Kyrie's game. I did best handles ever,
Yeah.
best of the cup at that size,
100%.
ever probably. Like he's phenomenal, but he cannot carry. He
And-
cannot be the best player.
And that's okay.
Period.
Like that's not.
There's
a bad
nothing wrong
thing.
with that.
Yeah, but people.
There's nothing
think
wrong with that.
Saying that is like the worst thing you could say about a player.
No, he's a great fucking player.
Blake Griffin had a great quote about him this week after he retired. They were like asking him on an interview, and he was just like, he is the hardest worker and probably like the best ball handler I've ever seen, one of the best shooters I've ever seen. But they're like, there's something mentally about him that you just like can't.
He's not, bro. Listen, when your best player, if you look at every team, nobody's best player is 6'2", gonna be able to carry you, or 6'3", or whatever the fuck he is. SGA's having a phenomenal year. They're gonna win the first series because they're gonna play one of these two teams. That the Pelicans are hurt now with Zion. The Kings are hurt. Herder's not playing. Monk, who knows if he's even going to come back to play.
Well, Steph can, but it's different.
Steph
with
is different.
It's different.
Steph is
You can't-
different
you
because
can't
it's
compare Kyrie and
transitional
Steph.
talent,
Yeah.
all time. That's different.
It's
The man
different.
can shoot.
I agree.
And if we look at it, Steph has always had Clay and Draymond, and he had KD. So the man only has one MVP. So in reality, I mean, one Finals MVP, and he won 4 titles. So can he really carry? He hadn't proven it, to be honest with you.
I think I sent something in our group chat earlier, or he only made it far in the playoffs with KD that one year.
Who?
Remember, I said
Kyrie?
something. No, Steph.
No, they won 2
They won
titles
two-
with KD.
before-
I said something.
They won a title the first year. The Warriors won the
Yes.
first title, but Iguodala was the MVP, the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
That's how good LeBron was. That the guy who guarded him has won 2
And
Finals
LeBron
MVP.
still
Dominant.
got like 38.
Oh, he led every offensive category by both teams in that series,
Yeah.
and that's why Iguodala was the MVP. Curry, I still think Curry cannot carry completely. He had a really good Clay, like a fucking all-time
Yeah.
top 50 player, and he had an all-time top 15 player in
real
KD.
quick, since it already happened, Warriors lost to the Kings. Is that's done? Do you trade
The Warriors?
Yeah, the big 3. You think it's done? Is
Done.
that it?
Yeah, Clay's done. Like, I mean, watching
0
Clay, it
points.
wasn't this. It wasn't just the 0 for 10. It was leading up to that. Like, he's played great he's played really good the last 3
The
weeks.
last, like, 10
but
games.
Clay is now like way done. Like, Clay needs to look down the line.
I agree, but do you think he's leaving the Warriors, or do you think he takes a team-friendly deal and stays?
He's got to take like it all depends on how everything works out. He's got to take a way smaller deal because they need another player.
Woj
Wiggins
was saying
is-
he's looking to get paid.
Paid with
he got paid
what?
for?
He's not even better than Kevin Herter. He's not better than any of the
Yeah.
Bogdanovich. He's
that?
not better than a lot of those dudes.
Yeah, that meme where he picks up the phone, he's like ni hao.
Yeah. go to the fucking Chinese league.
Everybody just speaks Chinese.
No,
man.
he's right now. He's going to be going forward, I think. And if you watch, he's a spot up shooter. at best.
Off the bench.
On a starting lineup or off the bench. He's got to turn into a Buddy Hield type of thing. Like, that's what he needs to turn into.
I agree.
Like, he's going to go to a team. Like, if he went to the Lakers, he'd be the 4th best player on the team next year after them getting rid of Russell. Like, that's what it would be. And he wouldn't even be starting. Like, he's a spot-up shooter at best.
If he's, I think on any team, he would be the 7th or 8th guy in rotation.
On any team?
Yeah. Majority of teams.
I think if he goes anywhere, it's going to be like the Magic where he can start and he'll just be their guy.
Oh, I don't think that. I don't think
Klay
that.
Thompson should start anywhere.
He's going to, though.
He's going to start
He's gonna-
because he's a
he should,
shooter.
though.
He shouldn't,
He's a
but
shooter.
he's going to start.
Yeah.
But he's a shooter that he needs to play with a guy that's just going to fucking dish him the rock.
Yeah.
He's going to be a bad version of Tim Hardaway Jr. He's going to be a fucking shooter. He's done. He can't defend anymore.
sure done.
He can't defend anymore. He can't, come off the dribble. He's got to, he's going to be that 4th guy on the floor. That's what he's going to be.
So going into the playoffs, we have 2 versus 7, Lakers Nuggets.
Give me the Lake Show in 6.
Stop it!
Give me the Lake Show in 6.
I don't see how they beat the Nuggets.
They got them last year,
Dude,
but we
listen.
got the Murray stopper now. Right?
The Murray
I don't
stopper?
know about Murray stopper.
That's
Listen, if D'Lo averaged what, 5 points in that series or something?
yeah.
If D'Lo can get you 12, 15, 20 in that range, they can beat them. The other thing is too, LeBron was 38 years old. He's now 39 years old. They had to play every other day last year in that Western Conference Final. They had a play-in game, then they had another 2 rounds before that. That's a whole lot of fucking games. You're getting them in the first round. You're not playing every other night either. You might get 2 nights off. Okay, you're gonna have more days to rest. AD's been the healthiest he's ever been. Okay, I think if AD can give you a consistent 25 and 13 or 14, I think you have a chance to beat them.
It's going to be tough, Rafa.
It's gonna
gonna
be
be
super
tough.
tough.
This will be the hardest. I think if they win this series, they win the West.
Oh, I think so too. I think the winner of this series wins the West.
Yeah.
I think the winner of this series, I think Oklahoma City will struggle in the first round.
I think they'll get past the first round. But
I think they get past the first round unless these injured players come back. And I don't think Zion's going to play if the Pelicans win.
Zion's supposed to be out for a week, so he won't be back.
So he won't be back. Herder and Monk are out.
They're
I don't know
out.
how long Monk is out for. I don't think the Thunder can win another series. I like Phoenix to beat fucking Minnesota in 5 or 6.
I think I disagree. I think Minnesota's going to win that series.
I don't like any team that Rudy Gobert has to start on.
That's fair.
And that's because he cannot guard.
I don't blame
He
you.
cannot guard. When you go big, when you go
yeah.
small, that's it. He's out of the game. Dallas showed you last year.
Jaden McDaniels, though, the Durant stopper.
Oh
Jaden
my
McDaniels.
God, those people don't really exist. Okay, like Patterson wasn't a Kobe stopper. Tyronn Lue wasn't an Iverson stopper. Like those things don't exist.
Yeah.
People stop putting that shit out there.
Really?
I was
needed
just
Jamal
saying
Murray
what
stopper.
Anthony Edwards said. It's okay.
Those shits don't exist. Minnesota. The thing about Minnesota is if Gobert's on the floor and Durant's playing at the 5, they're cooked because he cannot
Collard
step out and
greens,
guard.
Barbecue chicken.
He cannot step out and guard. And those guys have three fucking elite scores. They have 4 or probably 3 elite 3-point shooters with Eric Gordon, Durant, and Booker. They have too much firepower.
I just think Minnesota's going to play super tough and aggressive. I don't think they're going to be able to handle
They're
it.
going to slow the game down, half-court basketball, fucking Gobert and Cat and blah, blah, blah.
Well, I think
That's the only way they got a chance. But on the defensive side of the ball, that big, that can shoot, and that's going to be the thing. How much is Nurkic going to play in the series? Because if you play him in a lot in game 1 and you lose, they're gonna implement that. Durant needs to play the 5, so Gobert can go out and guard.
I think the most interesting series, possibly in the playoffs right now, besides the Lakers one, is
Mavs Clippers.
Yes.
Oh, that's a phenomenal series.
That's a great
The Mavs
series.
are favored in that series, and Clippers have home court.
But Kawhi
Clippers are plus 115.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
I'll show you.
I like the Clippers. I think the Clippers win that series.
I think the Mavs win that series.
I'm a Clipper fan. Kawhi's hurt.
Okay,
But
he's always fucking
I
hurt.
think he can come back in the series at some point, right?
If he has 2 or
Clippers are favored tomorrow Sunday by 2.
really.
So is he playing? He might be playing. The Clippers are -2 right now. But the series is Dallas minus 140, I think
Yeah.
it is. So
That's last I saw it.
Clippers are plus 115. I like the Clippers. I think they win that series. Kawhi comes back, I think they win it. I think they win the series. I think it's
I think if Kawhi plays 3, they win.
yeah. I think if Kawhi plays 3 games, I think they win. I think he's going to play 3
I
games.
think they can win 2 without him.
If listen, they in their mind they got to split the first 2. Like fuck it, let's get Kawhi. Let's get to Kawhi, and we're at least in the series. But we have to get there. I think he will. I think he'll play. I like the Clippers to win that.
The East is so bad. I
Fuck that.
I
Fuck
can't
that
even name
conference.
you one. I can name you like a couple of games, but still, like I'm not even interested. In
I like
watching one
Philly
of them.
to absolutely trash the Knicks. I think Philly wins that series in 5 max. I think Philly's just gonna fucking.
I hope
roll
not. I mean,
them. Roll them. The worst series has to be Cleveland and Orlando.
oh god,
Like that is just a mockery of.
is that
the
a
sport.
play-in?
No, that's an actual
You know, yeah, I
series.
know.
That is a thing.
Orlando Magic.
That's 4 or
Orlando
5, by the way.
Magic.
No,
That's
yeah.
4 or 5. You have Indiana against the Bucks. Giannis is hurt, so he's gonna. Lillard is questionable. So
The Bucks are cooked.
Brooke Lopez is. I can't watch that man play basketball.
East is cooked. It's never
pretty
been
bad.
enjoyable. Don't.
All right, man. All right. All right.
Back.
The
back
pause
to,
was great.
Back to the big topic of today.
Real quick though, I think Miami's gonna with Boston. I think they're gonna
Without
keep
Jimmy?
it close.
Without Jimmy?
I think they keep it close, even though they may lose the series 4-1. I think the games are gonna be closer than what people think.
Is it gonna be like
You're one of those guys. Like, were you the dude last year with the Lakers? Like the closest sweep in NBA history.
No, I don't give a fuck about the close sweep. But guess what? If you're not covering,
But it
the
was
fucking series is close. Like if you're not covering, if you
swept.
go
You
5
got
games
swept.
and the road team covers 4 of the 5 games, then guess what? That's all I give a fuck about. All I don't care about is the money, man. That's it. I don't give a
Goddamn
fuck. They
right.
got swept. They got swept 4-0. They covered 3 of the 4 games. Go fuck yourself.
Also,
we
really-
covered.
Also, the Dodgers are playing right now. Yoshiro Yamamoto's pitching. They're down 4-0
Oh.
in the 3rd inning.
Against the Mets. That man cannot face the Padres, and now he probably cannot pitch against the Mets. I love that the fucking Dodgers are getting annihilated. They're 12-9 in first place. You're 12-9 with the 3 best hitters in the National League. You have the 3 best players today because Acuna is having a terrible season.
Yeah.
You have the 3 best players in the National League hitting 1, 2, 3. You got 0 runs against the Nationals. And your pitching is, we're hurt, Bueller and Dustin May and fucking Tommy John or whoever the fuck else
John.
you got coming out of whatever. Don't get me started on the Dodgers. I have this thing about the Dodgers where they're actually, if you analyze their entire history, they are not an elite franchise. I know it hurts you guys. These motherfuckers have 6 Hall of Famers. 6 Hall of Famers. How many all-time players? You guys are Dodger fans. You're a fucking Dodger fan. Somehow you're not an Angel fan, bro.
You don't know how, but
Because when dudes go, bro, they're never Dodger fans. They're always Angel or Padre fans.
always foo?
Yeah, so it's usually hey, foo. But you're a bro, a Dodger fan. Give me all-time Dodger, all-timers. Give me an all-timer that's a Dodger.
Koufax.
That's it. And Kershaw. All-timers. That is it. There's nobody else. You know that
Jackie Robinson?
I'm not counting that shit. I'm not counting that shit.
That's racist, man.
I'm not counting that shit.
Why?
Dude, this,
Why?
I'm not counting that shit. Fine.
Jacob.
Jackie Robinson.
Jacob.
We know.
That's why.
We
Fine.
know.
That's not
we know
why.
why he does not count that.
That's not why. All right, Jackie Robinson. He's an all-time great. Nobody ever. When we're talking about the best players of all time, where are Dodgers in that list? You know that the most home runs that franchise is Eric Carroll. Steve Garvey is not a fucking all-timer.
Eddie said Don Sutton.
Don Sutton's not an all-timer. He's not even. I don't even think he's a Hall of Famer.
Hershiser.
Not an all-timer, and definitely not a Hall of
dance.
Famer.
He
At the
can
same
dance though.
Pull up the Dodgers Hall of Famers. You know where they're at on the list of all time,
Say it.
dude.
I know you know it off your head.
15th, bro. 15th.
By the way, Eddie said, first off, your son said Jackie Robinson's overrated as fuck.
Facts.
Is a what?
Overrated.
Runs in the
Amazing
family.
athlete.
That's what my dad said?
No, Ralphie said that.
Oh,
Amazing
of course.
athlete. Overrated. Don't look at me like that.
Oh, yeah, I am. So CJ.
Jeez, Terry.
CJ, like father, like son.
Bro, Ralphie is fucking hilarious. That man makes me laugh.
Eddie said,
unbelievably.
you can only talk to me when you're in full uniform at a Dodger game. Until then,
Yeah, the
Rafa
fans have been
cannot
asking
I'm gonna
all
do
the
it.
Dodgers.
I'm gonna do it. We're gonna find the game. We're gonna do it. Hopefully they're fucking winning though.
Oh, wow.
Like get to winning so we can go and do this shit.
Wow.
I don't want to go there where there's only
low blow.
26,000 people and you're losing to the Nationals.
That's
Put
a
tape
low
on
blow.
your
Said
eyes.
someone shut up, Rafa.
Pull up the fucking numbers. This franchise we're going to talk about all time, they don't have more World Series than the Red Sox who didn't win for 100 goddamn years. They don't have more World Series than them.
Valenzuela and Drisdale.
Not in the Hall of Fame.
Kirk Gibson.
Those not in the Hall of
But
Fame.
the names are big.
The names are big to you because you guys don't know
Everybody.
shit about baseball. Nobody knows.
Everybody.
If you're not Mexican, you don't even know who the fuck Fernando Valenzuela is.
I disagree.
No, that's 100% true.
Fuck.
Sorry.
He's white. I
And
believe
he's a
him.
Dodger fan.
He's
CJ
white. I
doesn't know
believe
who
him.
Fernando Valenzuela is. I don't know baseball. You know who Barry
But
Bonds is?
people know Kirk
You know who
Gibson.
Ken Griffey Jr. is? Guys, because that motherfucker's black. That's why you know who they are.
What? Where did
Do you know
we
who
go?
Yasiel Puig is?
Yeah.
Yep.
Black. Black. That's why he knows who they are.
He's Cuban. Fuck that.
Bro, those guys are not all timers. I'm sorry. You don't have all timers. Your franchise is overrated as fuck.
That's so true. Sorry.
I know black. I know black.
I know black. I know black.
I know black.
It is true. Dominicans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, dark skin, those are not blacks. Nope. Don't even tell them that either because they get offended.
No, Bobby.
No, Papi.
black.
I know black.
That's the best video.
Sammy
ever.
Sosa got so offended that
Yeah, he got so offended he went white.
There's a list of Hall of Fame members. Is there like a Dodgers Hall of Fame?
Yeah. That shit doesn't
That
count. That's
doesn't
not a real
count.
thing.
That doesn't-
That's like the Ring of Honor.
62
I was gonna be like, this shit's long as fuck, bro.
Yeah, no. There's like 62 Mexican people that elect that. There's like Juan Messia who fucking
Juan Uribe is probably in there.
He tossed the fucking peanuts from the second level
By the way, I'm getting my ass beat because of you. My dad's gonna come home and be like, why the fuck did you?
because you can't defend what I'm saying. You cannot defend it. Defend it. Your all-time leader in home runs is 270, and the man's terrible.
This man's pulling up
Defend
stats I
it.
never even heard of before.
Defend it.
Okay, you can't say the Dodgers franchise is overrated. You can't.
Yes,
say-
I can.
No,
How
you
many
can't.
World Series have you won?
I think 9.
No, it's 6. It's not 9.
It said
It's
9?
6.
Ralphie
You
said-
don't even know.
Ralphie said, "Y'all tough for you, low-key Hall of Fame."
He's stupid.
Dude,
Look up the World Series. They're not even. Bro, irrelevant. You're irrelevant.
you can't say
You're an
irrelevant.
all-time.
No,
not irrelevant.
you can't
Not
say-
irrelevant.
you
I'm
can't
sorry.
say
'Cause you're in the
irrelevant.
biggest market. You're in the second biggest market. But you're all-time. If you were the Kansas City Royals, that's what you are. You are the Kansas.
What are you saying?
No, you're right. George Brett is better than any Dodger ever. I apologize to the Royals.
Okay,
I apologize to the
And the
Royals.
Dodgers are on the same level. That is insanity to say the Dodgers
If
and the
I'm
Royals
saying-
are on the same freaking level.
I'm
That's
saying
crazy.
if
Rafa,
you were
you
in a
know that's
different
crazy.
series- if
you
you were
know
in-
that's crazy.
if you
Don't
were in
sit
a
there.
different city-
do not sit there
if
like
you were
Jabba
in
the
a-
Hutt. You know
hold on.
that is the craziest
Okay.
take you've ever
Listen,
said.
if
You
you were-
cannot say
if
the
you were
Dodgers
in
and
it-
the Royals
let me explain
are on
it
the
to you.
same
Okay,
side.
hold on.
If you
go.
were in a different city, you
Oh
would
my
be the
God.
Kansas City Royals.
No.
If you were in a different city, I'm sorry. Your overratedness is because of your city. That is the
my
thing.
God.
You're not the fucking Lakers. The Lakers are an
my
iconic franchise
God.
with 17 championships.
my
You are not. You don't have that. You don't have that. I'm sorry.
There's 16 players inducted into the Hall of Fame as Dodgers.
16?
There's 6.
I'm
List
Give me
them.
the list.
List
And
them.
I hope Mike Piazza's not on that list because we know it's a false list then.
Walter Alston,
Manager.
Roy Campanella,
Turd.
Yeah.
John Drisdale.
He's in the Hall of Fame
Yeah,
as a pitcher?
this is on the list, man.
What? Go to like the MLB. There's the MLB Hall of Fame list, and you can look up the team.
This is the.
I'm sorry, there's just
insane
no
debate that
icons.
we
I'm
just
sorry.
out of nowhere.
If we name the 10 or 15 best players of all time in baseball, none of them are on the Dodgers.
Can we declare something real quick? Rafa was a Dodger fan.
100%. I
By
was a
the
Dodger
way.
fan. I know the history.
Yes, so that's what I'm saying. If anyone knows this shit,
There's
it's
too
Rafa.
many Mike Piazzas. There's a Mike Piazza. There's Pedro Martinez. All of that was given away by this piece of shit franchise.
Okay, this is according to MLB.com Hall of Fame section.
Hold on.
God.
Eddie said, "Shut the fucking camera off. Get Ralph out of there. Never again."
Dave Bancroft, Adrian Beltre.
Is he in the Hall of Fame already?
That this is according to the MLB.com.
Did he go in as a Dodger? Do we know that yet?
Inducted 2024.
As a Dodger?
It-
We don't
it-
know that yet.
It doesn't say. It just
The
says
list that I
years
was
with the
reading,
Dodgers.
I was only naming off people that got inducted as Dodgers.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's read that one.
Yeah,
'cause-
that's the list.
Okay, do that one then.
1 second.
But anyways, it doesn't matter. What I'm talking about is elite talent that the Dodgers have never put out on the field from history. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said. 270 home runs, that's your leader, and it was Eric Karros. I'm sorry, that's an issue. When if you
But I don't
mention the
think
Cardinals,
anyone-
we're talking about Albert Pujols.
Okay.
The Yankees, the list is endless.
That's
The
fine.
Red Sox, Big
Rafa,
Papi.
Rafa.
I mean, it's an endless list.
But right now, in this time period, they are easily top 3.
Right now, they're 2
Okay, so then that's
or 1.
But I don't think anyone's gonna
I said all
argue-
time. My argument is all
but I don't
time.
think anyone would argue that against.
100%. Everybody will. Your dad 100% will all time that they are an all time
Yeah,
amazing talent from
Eddie's
all
trying to
the,
cancel the show forever right now.
What is he saying?
He said complete ignorance.
It's facts.
There's
It's
16.
facts.
He said, "I'm dead serious. The show is fucking over."
Oh my
Shut the
goodness.
camera off.
It's
This, I think he's serious. Can we call him? Tell him to call in. Fuck that. I want to hear what he has to say.
you guys are Dodger fans. Listen, for me, when I look at the entire thing, Cardinals, Yankees, Red Sox, all elite, all time players.
Greg Maddux.
He didn't go in as a Dodger guy. Are you out of your fucking mind? You're gonna sit here and say this is the problem with Dodger fans, right here.
We're just not.
This man, we're not gonna do this anymore
What happened
because
to
you
NBA?
just said Greg Maddux. Greg Maddux is a fucking Hall of Famer as an
He wore
Atlanta
the
Brave.
uniform.
He wa-
Oh my God! So did Mike Piazza, and he didn't go in as a Dodger. Anyways,
We were on NBA. What the? Good job, Luke. You piece of shit.
because he brought up the Dodgers.
no,
Don't
'cause
bring
that-
up the Dodgers because I wanted to have that conversation with Eddie sitting right here. Because I understand Eddie loves the Dodgers. The Dodgers are in LA. If the Dodgers were not in LA, they're the Royals.
No, they're not.
Eddie said, "You're lucky Sonny's asleep. I can't call right now." And then Ralphie goes, "Low-key, Marlins a better organization."
Get outta
Marlins
here.
won 2
It's-
World Series and then are
a
irrelevant the
genetic
rest of the
thing.
time.
Ralphie just likes to say shit to piss everyone off.
He
and it's
says
great.
low-key and then something more.
Yeah, it's the greatest
Yeah,
thing ever.
that's why he says that.
He's the best.
So, anyways, back to the NBA. Celtics in the East.
Oh shit. Whew.
I think
My heart rate's
I think
jumping right now.
Lakers or Nuggets. I think win the West.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think in the
Whoever
East,
wins that series wins the West.
that's what I think. Unless they're fucking just totally bruised and battered, but they'll play the 3, which is Minnesota or Phoenix. Tough matchup.
But it's
both.
better than the Nuggets.
The one I think the Thunder, whoever, if the Nuggets would have been the one, I think it would have been so much easier for them to get to because
Yeah.
the Clippers and the Mavs are just going to destroy each other.
Yeah. That's I think it's a 6-game series minimum.
Minimum. I think that series. There's a handful of series I think we can see go 7. Maybe Minnesota, Phoenix.
I think even 1 versus 8, I think goes 6.
Yeah, the Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think that goes 6 automatic because those,
I like
those teams are
Philly.
So young.
I think Philly rolls the Knicks. I think that's going to be the quickest
I
series.
think I don't know about that.
I like Philly, man. I like Philly. I think Embiid's too
I
fucking good.
like Brunson. I like Brunson.
I love
a
Brunson.
lot,
I think
man.
he's fucking one of the best point guards in the league. I just think Embiid's too much. That's my opinion on the Philly.
I feel like Philly is just one of those teams that can't figure it out during playoffs. I feel like it comes to that point.
We'll see.
and
I think got a good shot with the Knicks
I think it's gonna be Celtics and the Knicks.
in the
In
Eastern
the-
Conference.
in the
Right?
Eastern Conference, yeah.
I think it's gonna be Celtics and Philly.
That's been a good one. I like that.
Yeah, I think Boston will win though. I think
Oh yeah, Boston should.
because Milwaukee's hurt.
Boston
Milwaukee's
should clear the East. And it just matters on when at this point. No one's gonna come close to the Celtics.
I
don't
thought
think-
Milwaukee can, but they're hurt, so they're fucked.
Yeah, and even if they weren't hurt, I think Milwaukee has too many internal issues.
I think Doc Rivers is garbage.
He's gonna get fired after this year.
Fuck,
For
he's
sure.
got to be fired.
You have to.
He's gotta be
There's
fired.
no way he stays. And I don't know what you do with Lillard at this point.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the fucking draft.
Yeah.
Let's get back to the draft.
That
Where
was
are we
right.
at? 6? We're at the Giants. I
I think he had a question that you wanted.
I wanted
debated.
the big reason Andrew came here is that he thinks that. Well, you say Jaden Daniels is the best QB in the draft, right?
I believe that.
He thinks that Caleb Williams, they're nowhere near each other.
No, you're right. One won the Heisman. One ran for a shit ton of yards. One played elite defenses
Oh shit.
and made them look like shit. The other guy only played good against bad teams. But other than that, one can't win an actual game that means something, like at the end of the year, like a title game, a bowl game. He couldn't win those. But other than that, I mean, go ahead.
I just feel like the argument you're making for Jaden Daniels, everybody makes that, okay? Played good talent, whatever, all this. But if you break it down, you want to look at it just like reason with me here. You look at the playbook for LSU, you crack it open. We're talking like a freaking magazine, dude. Like, this is like 4 pages. They ran like 15 plays. They had like 2 different formations. He's throwing it deep outside the numbers. That's it.
That's how good he is.
He's staring down his first reads the whole time. I'm not saying that's bad, but I'm saying if you want to get an NFL quarterback, you want somebody who's not staring down reads all 5 years of their entire college career. All he's doing is staring down his number one read the whole time. He has 2 top 5 wide receivers in this draft, and all he has to do is
So did
stare
Joe
down
Burrow.
that read and throw it.
Joe Burrow had 2 top 5 receivers on his team too.
He showed a lot more though than just staring down first reads. He was actually a processor. He was like a surgeon. You talking about Jaden Daniels? He's one dimensional to me. He's a stare down his first read. His first read's not there. He's gonna take off running.
I
wouldn't
hope
wanna
he
build my
falls because of
franchise
this.
on
I hope he falls because this is
I hope
Raiders.
Andrew's clip is gonna make moves.
Yeah, I hope this goes out
This is gonna
and he
be-
falls to
the-
13.
that. This is the smoke screen. This is the smoke screen.
If Caleb Williams, any of the 3 quarterbacks go to the team that they've created for Caleb Williams, they will all be successful. All of them. Because he's set up to be that. He played the year he won the Heisman, he had the best receiver the year before. He had another phenomenal fucking receiver, and he still couldn't beat Utah. Like there's crunch time games that he don't make the plays. He doesn't make the plays. Sorry, he doesn't make the plays. He watch what he did against elite teams or better teams in the Pac-12. He didn't do shit. They weren't even close. The games weren't close. The game against Oregon, that shit wasn't close. Oh, but he competed against Cal. Woohoo! San Jose State, padding the stats. What do you do against that front of Notre Dame? That wasn't an elite front, but it was a lot better than what he played. He didn't do shit. He spun into sacks. That elite pocket present, bop, sack, bop, sack. What do you do against Utah? Not a damn fucking thing.
Not a damn
Not a damn thing. 2, 3. How many times did he lose to Utah? 3 times. That man lost 3 times to Utah. You think he's gonna beat the Lions? That motherfucker couldn't beat Utah. Utah, 3-star athletes. He couldn't beat them.
If you put Caleb Williams on LSU's team last year, LSU's winning the national championship.
You can assume that. You can
Oh, you
assume.
can't do the
You
argument
can
with that.
assume
Yeah.
whatever
That's
the
what
fuck
I
you
think.
want.
You don't like when you assume.
can assume whatever you want, but it didn't happen. So we can never see it. You can keep assuming, but I can only see what we
actually
see.
happened. He'll only do
That's it.
arguments that feel like-
100%. 100%.
Which is
Because
fair.
if are you a Laker fan?
Yeah.
You're a Kobe lover?
Yeah.
So if you're not willing to assume, if you're not willing to assume
Should've said
that the
yes.
only reason that they beat the Celtics the year that they beat Orlando, if you're not willing to assume that because Kevin Garnett got hurt, Orlando beat the Celtics and got to the finals, if you can't assume that, and you cannot assume that the only reason they beat the Celtics was because Perkins got hurt in the first quarter of Game 6, then you can never assume shit. And none of you can. None of you guys will ride with Kobe. So since you can't assume that, don't assume that Caleb Williams on LSU was better than Jaden Daniels. Because it can't happen. Because we can't see it. We saw what we saw. That man won the Heisman. Your boy didn't even show up. He couldn't beat Utah, not once, not twice, 3 fucking times. Couldn't beat him. That's who you want. All right. That's your opinion. He's set up way better than any quarterback coming in this draft. It's not even close. Not even close. The Redskins, Patriots, Vikings, Raiders, none of those teams have what the Bears have.
So
Eddie-
assuming all that, why isn't he going number 1?
Jaden Daniels?
Yes, like
Because
what is
Caleb
it-
Williams gives you Mahomes feel. That's the thing. That's the vibe that he's giving you.
People are saying he's the next Mahomes, so that's why they feel like they can't miss on him.
Yeah. He's can't miss, but he's also put in a great situation. You could take 25 quarterbacks in the league and put them on that Bears team, and I think they'll be just fine.
Yeah. Eddie's on Andrew's side here. He says, what big game has Jaden won? The first Utah game was 56-54. And Utah,
Lost, right?
Utah had 5 guys drafted in the first 2 rounds. Caleb Williams had worst defense in college history for 2 years.
LSU defense wasn't any good. They allowed 40 and 50 points a game.
Yeah, to be fair, USC and LSU overs is all it hit that season.
Yeah,
Yeah, so neither team had defenses to play. So, but that game, the game against Utah, where he had a chance to hit it to get a 2-point conversion to tie the game, or to take the lead, he couldn't convert them from the 2-yard line. He couldn't convert them. The game against Notre Dame, he was terrible. Look at his stats. You looked at all the video. Watch the breakdowns against the good teams and against the garbage teams. Oregon, they're down late. Now he's driving. He's doing all this shit. Of course, because you're down fucking 21. You're down 28, whatever it is. The game against Cal, they were down at halftime. You're so good, you should have scored every goddamn time you had the ball. against those garbage ass teams. He had great games against San Jose State, against Cal, against Arizona State or whatever. That's it. Against Utah, he needed to make a play at the end, and he couldn't make one. In the second half, he pretended to get hurt. I don't give a fuck what you guys say. He was on that bike. Nobody ever came. No trainer came. No nothing. He was on that bike. In the second half, when they came out, Eddie was there. We saw it. They came out in the second half. He looked like absolute shit. The entire team, it was flat. He came out, doesn't do shit. The offense is on this side, defense on the right. He's on the bike on the right side, not talking to anybody. That's the guy you want as your leader? Sorry. That's not the guy I want.
Surprise enemies here. What the? He was not taking the draft talk earlier, so he showed up in person.
Oh, Michael Brown just showed up.
Just double converted fucking Luke right now.
I love it. Michael Brown and Luke
He
are
just
gonna
came
fight.
all over me because he loves me so much.
Yeah, that's why he came here. He's getting boxing gloves right now.
Yeah.
It's setting up a ring.
I'll kick his ass. It's so easy.
Don't say that. That's a grown ass man. That's a father.
Okay.
Father's
He's got
two.
dad
Father
strength.
has dad strength.
Double.
Okay. He'll be
Double
calling me
dad
daddy
strength.
after.
When you got three, oh, Michael Brown. Get Michael Brown on a mic and to beat the shit out of fucking Luke.
Really quick, I got a Jaden Daniels game that I think of every single time. Beating Alabama 32-31. He got sacked 9 times in that game, and he still came back and won that game.
Look at him.
I don't need, you don't got to tell me.
Don't glaze the man.
You
man.
don't
Fuck.
need to tell me. Caleb Williams is going to go into the best situation of all the rookies.
And he's gonna play
He's
great.
going to set up to succeed. That's what it's set up for. No rookie. Tell me a number 1 pick that's gone to a team this good right away.
I can't name you one.
We don't know one. Do you know one?
I feel like I haven't seen a team literally build a team for their number 1 pick. Like, build
Well,
a
the team wasn't that bad.
Yeah, build a team as well as this team has.
Yeah,
built.
because they have this pick, obviously, because of the great job the GM did and the bad job that Carolina did. That's why they have this pick. So they have he's going to go and play with the number 1 rush defense from last year. Probably will end up being a top 10 defense this year. They already had an elite receiver. Now they add another very good receiver when healthy. The tight end is top 10 or 12. So, and the running back is very, very good.
Yeah.
So he's going to be set up. I think you put Drake May there, McCarthy, Jaden Daniels, Caleb. I think they will all have a great year. It's easy to go to a team like that.
So can you now retract your statement of McCarthy taking second in offensive rookie of the year?
No.
It's fucking insane.
No. If he goes to Minnesota or the Raiders, I think he will be top 2 in offensive player of the
You
year.
don't mean that, right?
I
Like,
do.
you
If
really
he goes
don't
to
mean
Minnesota or the Raiders, yes, I do believe that.
that. He's gonna throw for a million yards. What are you?
3,500 if he goes, not to the Raiders, but if he goes to Minnesota where he's going to be asked to throw the ball, they're going to,
Which has
because
never
their
happened once in
defense
his
sucks, so
career.
they're going to trail.
So what if Malik Neighbors goes to the Chargers? Is he not number 2? Or what if, let's say, I don't think this will happen. What if Brock Bowers falls into like the teens and the Bengals end up getting him? You don't think Brock Bowers?
That's not happening.
If that does,
Why can't you? We're gonna.
I could see Brock Bowers fall into like 14, 15.
Okay, so if he goes to the Bengals, he could be top 2.
Yeah.
I still think Marvin's the offensive rookie of the year if he goes to Arizona.
Yeah, but I don't agree with JJ McCarthy being.
Well, you cannot agree with it. We can all not agree.
I don't
That's what we're
think
here to do.
anyone
We're
fucking
not
agrees with
agree.
that,
We're not
Rafa.
going to agree. That's fine. If he goes to Minnesota or the Raiders, I think that's the second best team that one of these rookies can go to. I think Washington's going to
But
be terrible.
who's better, the Bears right now or the Vikings?
The Bears are better.
So why would not Caleb Williams be second above Minnesota or above JJ McCarthy?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that he's right away
Gonna
going to
be
be yes. I don't think that right away. I think JJ's going to have more free will to kind of, because there's going to be more expectations on the Bears to win games. JJ, I think, is just going to go out there and fucking just go. Like, we're going to win 4 games. You can throw for fucking 3,800 yards because we're only going to win 4 games.
You know, I do like Kevin O'Connell over Matt Eberflus. So I like the coaching better in Minnesota than I do in Chicago. So I could kind of wrap my head around it.
I just think that he's going to be more free
But
to
McCarthy
roll.
has never done that in his career.
Yeah.
But he's going to have to now.
And
So he's gonna just magically do it in his
great
first year
in
of
his
the
first
NFL?
year.
With 2 really good receivers and a really good tight end, yeah, he's getting a good setup too.
He's getting a great setup.
If he goes
But
to
will he have
Minnesota,
the
he's getting a
ability
great
to do
setup.
it?
Dude, you ever seen Blake Bortles play football?
Blake Bortles.
Threw for a shit ton of yards.
That Jaguars team was nice. That 1 year.
The year before where they didn't do shit in the fourth quarter, he threw for 2 touchdowns like almost every game. That Blake Bortles, that's going to be this JJ McCarthy. It's
Okay,
going to
but
be
that's not gonna
garbage.
that's not going to get him a second place rookie of the year.
If he throws for 4,500 yards, 4,000 yards, and 30 touchdowns with
He
15
might
interceptions,
win it.
he could win
with
offensive
those
rookie of the year.
numbers.
Bro, please.
That's fucking like Aaron Rodgers numbers. What the-
I
what are
think
you
he's going to
talking
be
about?
free. He will be free to throw the ball all over the field if he's on Minnesota. That's what I think.
Hopefully, he doesn't go there then.
Whoever goes to Minnesota is going to be free to throw the fucking rock.
Oh, absolutely.
Throw it.
By the
Fucking
way-
just throw it to see if you can play.
Rick Flores said Caleb's sitting on the beach, not wanting to talk. Mental issues. And he also said his grandma's cookies were Rocky Road flavored.
He's never letting that go.
I think
He loves grandma.
He loves
Like,
the
he
grandma's-
loves his grandma's cookies.
I like Jaden Daniels. Eddie likes Jaden Daniels. He's preferred Jaden Daniels to Caleb Williams, and he knows.
He does. He says all the time.
100%. He says that all the time.
Big homie.
But I think he's
Matthew
mad
Jordan.
at you, Rafa. I think you pissed him off. So he's taking the other side now.
The Dodger talk?
Yeah, because
I've been texting him for 3 days. When I saw that 270 home run mark, that shit bothered me. It really bothered me.
Why?
Because it's fucking 270 home runs for a franchise that should have 400. Should have actually 500.
Pitcher's Park.
Elite talent. You gave up Mike
Pitcher's
Piazza
Park.
and Pedro Martinez,
That's not a
two
hand-
all-time legends at their
hitter-friendly
positions.
park.
Two all-time legends at their position, and you gave them up.
Eddie,
That's
Eddie
my
just said
issue.
yes and exclamation points.
Yeah.
Pitcher's Park. But homie Matthew Jordan, he said she said Jaden Daniels is a dog. He beat Bryce Young, like Lou said, and it was after his Heisman year.
I like Jaden. But I think on the Bears, any one of those quarterbacks will be good.
He's Matthew asks, where do we think Penix is going?
Fuck, man.
I think
After
he's going to the
JJ.
Raiders. If they say at 13.
He's the next quarterback after JJ. Broncos, Raiders, whoever.
I think he's in good. I think Raiders at 13.
Whoever gets him will be very happy.
Yeah.
I just think if he goes to Denver, I think it's going to be a process.
For me, I think staying and picking either Bo Nix or Michael Penix is a better move than moving up for McCarthy. I would rather stick and pick Bo Nix or Penix.
I
than
agree
move
with
up
you
for
1,000%.
I think if
100%.
any team moves up for McCarthy, it's over.
Yeah, because you're giving up too much for McCarthy. I'd rather just stick and pick it for Bo Nix and Michael Penix. I feel like you're getting a better deal out of that.
Bo Nix at anything above 20 is crazy.
The thing is that
But
the
it's
Giants
gonna
are
happen.
out there with a threat that they will take a quarterback. That is the problem in this draft. That the Giants have put out there that they will take a quarterback. So if the Giants put
They
that
just
out
shooting
there,
the shit, though.
huh?
They just shooting the shit though.
Shooting the shit. People believe it.
It's a smoke
like,
screen.
I agree also 100% because I wouldn't take a quarterback.
Yeah.
But if people believe it, then Denver has to move, which they don't have the capital to do. The Raiders can move, and they can do it.
Minnesota.
And Minnesota can definitely do it.
And the thing is, you can't risk not getting your guy. You can't risk it. If you believe it, you cannot risk waiting. If you
Now,
think
Denver is the one where it's like, we can just stay here and take whoever falls to us. Make the Raiders
yeah,
waste the
But
capital.
But Vikings cannot afford it, and Raiders cannot afford it.
Right, because let's say there's no trades in the first 5 picks, and the Giants somehow take a quarterback, which I don't believe, you don't believe.
None of us believe it. I don't think.
But let's say the Giants take a quarterback. Then now Minnesota, Denver, and the Raiders are now battling to take fucking either Bo
Nix, which
or,
is
or Michael Penix. And then what? Now you're trading. Now you're fighting because you're worried. If you're Denver, you're worried about the Raiders.
Yeah.
And if you're Minnesota, you're worried about the other two.
Yeah.
So then that leaves the pick at 8.
So you have to trade because you think Giants. Even if you don't think they are, you have to do it because you can't risk not getting your guy
Right.
at that pick. You cannot risk that because if they do, you're fucked. You get Bo Nix at 13, which is way overvalued.
I think Chargers in Arizona, they if I'm Arizona, I have to have Marvin. That's my opinion. I think the Chargers can wait. They can pick and choose what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because they already have an elite quarterback. They don't have a receiver. They can get a line, but they can get a lineman at 5 or 11 or 18 or 13, 12, wherever.
Yeah, I see a lot of people saying that the Chargers should stay and draft Joe Alt, and I love Joe Alt. He's a blue chip player for me. He's one of the best players in this draft. I don't know though. If I'm the Chargers, if I'm gonna draft a lineman, I would just move back down and get like
But any other dude.
get like a right tackle because Rashawn Slater's playing left tackle. Joe Alt plays left tackle. You might as well just move down, get capital, get a right tackle.
I have a question for you. Eddie said this a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
He said if you're the Chargers and where you're at the position, Marvin Harrison drops to you. Are you taking Joe Alt or are you taking Marvin Harrison?
Marvin Harrison.
I take Marvin Harrison over everyone.
My
in the
dad
draft.
wouldn't do it.
He said he stood on a hill that Joe Alt was a better pick.
Joe Alt is he's up like I think Marvin Harrison is higher than Joe Alt for me as a prospect, but Joe Alt to me is still a blue chip player. His ceiling is Hall of Fame, same as like Marvin Harrison. So I think Joe Alt is a great player, but I just think for the Chargers, you have a really good quarterback, you have a good enough offensive line. Rashawn Slater's playing great at left tackle. Take
Yeah,
Marvin
their
Harrison.
offensive line isn't dying.
Yeah,
it's not like their offensive line is one of the worst in the league because it's not.
It's not.
So for you to sit and say, "Oh, I'm taking Joe Alt no matter what," like the last Hall of Fame left tackle that was taken was Joe Thomas.
Yeah.
How many playoffs did that man play in? Not a one. Not one.
Was the Browns?
It was the Browns. They didn't have an elite quarterback, but you have an elite quarterback. Yes, you want to protect him, but at the same time, you need him to throw the ball to somebody.
Yeah.
And
Decent question here. So let's assume that all the QBs, like the QBs that we're talking about today, get taken first round. Where does Spencer Rattler go? Because Eddie was saying Spencer Rattler goes in the second round.
but to who? So everyone who needs a quarterback, but to who?
I just say he said
Atlanta?
he would go.
Atlanta, New Orleans.
That's not bad.
I as a Saints fan, I was kind of hoping the Saints would try and get Spencer Rattler in like end of the second, early third.
I don't even think. I mean, to me, he's not a starter in the NFL, so I think he gets drafted late second, maybe early third.
I saw one.
Yeah,
the
but you're
Broncos
drafting
like
a quarterback late second, early third. You're drafting him to be a starter
Oh.
at some point.
I agree, but
I'd say if you're drafting
I
in the second round,
wouldn't-
like 2 years, you expect him to
All
start.
I'm saying is, as a Saints fan, the Saints took Ian Book in the fourth round, so I think if we can take Spencer Rattler in the third round, I wouldn't mind that. I like Spencer Rattler as a.
The thing is, let's say that the Raiders don't get a quarterback. There's no quarterback available at their pick
At 13?
at 13. Are
which is
the Ra-
possible.
That would be an insane draft day.
I-
which is
Honestly,
very possible.
it's- I think it's possible.
Well, you have all the teams in front of you.
Yeah.
You have Denver's in front of you, Minnesota's in front of you, and so on and so on. So let's say they can't get their quarterback. Is Spencer Rattler an option in the second round for them? Do they have a second? They have a second round pick, right? They have all their draft picks.
So
Raiders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would take Spencer Rattler in the second round if I'm.
If you're the Raiders,
Yeah.
Eddie
I'd take him
said
in
the
second round.
teams that could possibly take him: Denver, Raiders, Giants, Saints, Miami.
See, I see the Giants with their second or third round pick, maybe taking Rattler. I don't see them taking a quarterback at 6. So let's just say hypothetical they don't. They can take Rattler.
Yeah.
The Raiders, if they don't get one of the quarterbacks that they like,
Take a tackle. Take Olu Fashanu at
yeah, they can take the Raiders. I think the Raiders, if they don't get a quarterback with their first round pick, I think they can take anywhere and improve. And so, but if they don't get their quarterback, then the Rattlers the option in the second round for the Raiders, the Giants, all those teams that Eddie.
But I don't think that's an option. I think your only option is to get a quarterback in that first round. You cannot.
But okay, but if the 3 guys are gone, Drake May, Daniels, who are as a Raider fan, ask Eddie, who's Eddie content with if he doesn't get because Eddie wants Jaden Daniels.
I like Penix at 13. And even if you have to go to 8 to get Penix,
I like Penix at
I would do
13
it.
as well. I like Penix before Bo Nix. But
100%.
as a Raider fan, if you cannot get those 3 guys, Penix, and then what if you can't get Penix or Nix? What are you doing? You're waiting for Rattler in the second or third round?
I think
He
you
just
have
said
to.
not Bo Nix.
Definitely not Bo Nix. I'm
Definitely
a
not
fan.
Bo Nix. I'm not a fan either. But if he goes to a good situation where he can chuck it,
Yeah, Bo Nix to the Broncos, I think is the best fit.
Eddie said anyone but JJ and Bo Nix.
But the thing is, JJ is a good fit for the Raiders. But that's the problem. Is
He
that
doesn't have to do much.
he
he doesn't have to do much because the coach is defensive minded.
Yeah, it's simple offense.
So
It's a
simple
run first
offense. It's a
heavy-
run
That's a Bears
first.
offense, so it's stupid simple.
Which one? The Bears.
It's the Bears offense.
Yeah, so it's basically run, play good defense, which the Raiders can do, and they did late in the year. They were top 5 or
So
whatever.
you can't hate the pick because it's a fit. It's a fit. It's a good fit. With
I don't hate the
Raiders.
pick. I just hate
The player. Yeah, no, you hate the player. I understand.
So I mean, even for me as a Raider fan, I get the pick because it makes sense.
Bo Nix
Play
doesn't make
style
sense
wise.
for the Raiders, their play style.
No,
Bo Nix is not going to be
absolutely
the.
not.
That.
I really hope that's not the pick at 13.
So we've had a lot of offensive, like quarterback talk and wide receiver talk. Who do you think should be the first tackle off the board? Everybody says Joe Alt should be the first tackle off the
Joe
board. Jordan has said Joe Alt to bees. Eddie said Joe Alt is a better pick, and this was over Marvin Harrison. Joe Hart is a better pick on Harbaugh. With a gun to his head, he's taking a 10-year Pro Bowl tackle over Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, I see. I
agree that he.
I
would
agree that
do
he
it,
would do it,
but I wouldn't do it.
but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because I want my elite quarterback to be able to throw to an elite
And
wide
right
receiver.
now they have
Nobody.
no one
They have
out
nobody.
receiver.
It's just not a pressing need. Like, you lose both your top receivers. Your pressing need is receiver.
Yeah.
You don't. Everybody wants to have a 10-year tackle. They have a 10-year Pro Bowl tackle.
They
have
do.
Rashawn Slater.
Rich-
So it's
100%.
Like, you don't need to do. Like, would it be nice? Yeah, but I don't think you want to force it. Like, if it's between Marvin Harrison and Joe Alt, who are two like similar high-end picks, take Marvin Harrison. He's a more pressing need. You lose both your receivers. Take him.
All right. So then, where in this draft is the first defensive guy taken off the board, and who is it?
7 or 8.
I think an 8. I think 7's a lock for Joe Alt. I think 8's going to be Dallas Turner probably.
Oh, you're right. Tennessee will take a lineman.
Yeah.
So then 8 will be the Atlanta has to draft the best defensive player available.
Yeah. To me, it's either Dallas Turner or Miles Murphy. But I don't think they're going to take defensive tackle because they have what's that guy's name? The
Campbell?
Grady Jarrett.
Oh, no.
Yeah. They have him, so I would take probably Dallas Turner.
Yeah, I think Atlanta. And then who's at 9?
Chicago again.
Bears.
Defense again. They'll go defense.
They're gonna be stacked, man.
Yeah, they
could.
They're gonna
they
be
basically
fucking
signed their
stacked.
offense so they can stack a defense.
Yeah, so they'll stack a defense at 9. And then 10, the Jets. The Jets, there's rumors of Brock Bowers to the Jets.
I like
That's
that
what
pick
Eddie
for
said
them.
earlier, and I think that's a good. That's
I
a
like
think
that
they-
pick
Would
for
be
them.
bad, yeah.
That would be fucking insane.
Either
You,
Brock Bowers or a tackle. Because you
It
have
has to be. For me, it has to be
they've
lineman.
signed 2 tackles in free agency.
I would still draft
So
one.
I-
I would
yeah, I would
still
still
draft
draft
one
one.
early. I would
You're in
do
a
it.
win now need.
I think they're
And
going
you've
Bowers.
picked- You're in a win now because of your quarterback. Adding another weapon to that quarterback, you signed 2 offensive linemen in free agency and decent, above average, probably offensive linemen who can carry. I think if you sign Brock Bowers, you'd now have elite players.
It's Bowers or
So
That's a
Neighbors
good
falls
point.
to 11, maybe 12.
11 is Minnesota. So Minnesota's Minnesota's going offense.
So Neighbors is gonna. You're saying Neighbors is gonna go further than probably 13, 14 then.
no, because I think Neighbors goes 6 to the Giants.
You think Neighbors is taking over Rome?
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
so.
There's a clear gap. To me, it's Marvin Harrison, Malik Neighbors, and then you go down to tier. I think Rome Odunze is closer to number 4 than he is to number 2.
So then, how far does Neighbors drop?
I think
he
Giants at
said
6.
6.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting out of the top 8.
Also, Eddie said the corner from Toledo will be the first defender off the board.
Quinion Mitchell. Yeah, he's good. Quinion Mitchell's good.
Is Tennessee taking him? No.
No,
So Atlanta's going to take him over Dallas Turner?
no. I'll
Atlanta
take
needs a
Dallas
pass
Turner.
rusher.
Yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
Dallas
you have to
Turner.
go Dallas Turner for Atlanta. That will be the first defensive player off the board.
Quinion Mitchell's gonna fall. I think he's gonna be what's the draft order again? He might fall to like the mid-teens. But a lot of people are like,
Well, not if
think
if
he
the
goes
Raiders
Philly.
don't if the Raiders can't pick a quarterback, they can go cornerback.
They need a cornerback.
So if the Raiders
The Raiders would for sure go cornerback.
If they don't have, a
yeah, so
quarterback
that
there,
will be
they'll
the
go
Raiders
corner.
selection at 13 if they don't get a quarterback.
Yeah.
No, okay.
I think me and Andrew were talking earlier. We think the best value pick in this draft will be whoever in the late first round gets Latu from UCLA.
Oh, I think so too.
Wow, I want the Saints.
Who's picking in the 2021?
He's a
What about
dog.
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh's at 20.
What about Pittsburgh to take?
I think.
or are
I
they
think you
taking
go-
a tackle?
That won't be
An
fair.
offensive tackle.
I think he won't be there.
I
I,
want
think
us
he
to-
might go to Seattle at 19.
I think we take a center.
Oh, Seattle at 19.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
might
that's
go
a
to
good one.
That's where he might go.
Yeah.
I hate that. I want the Saints.
I
to
hate
pick him at
Seattle, is what
14.
you're saying.
I think the Steelers
me too.
Steelers are going O-line. O-line or receiver, which they never take a first-round receiver, so it's going to be O-line.
You think they take Amarius Mims and just stack up on?
I think
Georgia
it's either
tackles?
Amarius Mims or it's going to be Graham Barton or Jackson Powers Johnson. Personally, I want Jackson Powers
Oh,
Johnson
Jackson
the
Powers
center.
Johnson
He's a
is- he's a stud.
monster. He's like Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah,
When
he's
he
gonna-
came out, he's just a pure center.
He's gonna make your guards better. He's gonna make your
What-
guards better.
and we
too.
need a right tackle too, so like I wouldn't hate the Amarius Mims pick, but we cut our center. We don't have like a secondary center. So that's why I think it's going to be Graham Barton or Jackson Powers Johnson. Not a glamour pick, but I'm a fan of it.
At the turn, the Steelers are definitely getting a receiver though in this draft.
Oh,
Now, let me ask you.
100%.
So there's 3 teams that have 2 picks in the first round, I think it is, right? Minnesota, Arizona, and Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously those are usually the teams that win the first round. They have multiple picks. Do the Bears win the first round, or does Arizona or Minnesota win
It's
the
the
first
Bears.
round?
The Bears will get Caleb at number 1, and they'll get a stacked defensive player at number 9.
I saw that they don't go defense with that 9th pick.
Everybody's saying Roma Dunze. How do you feel
I
about Roma
keep
Dunze
seeing
going
Roma
there?
That's
Dunze there.
stupid.
I think
Because he's
going
gonna
to
be the third
But I've
receiver.
seen Brock Bowers too, which I don't get. 'cause they
That
have
Brock
Cole
Bowers, I
Kmet.
don't see at anywhere there. I think they go.
They have enough on
defense.
offense
I think they go
already.
defensive end
I think I have to.
I think they go D end or they take Quinion
because
Mitchell
can you
out of
imagine
Toledo.
Sweat there? They have an elite corner already.
But add a second one.
I'd rather add an elite defensive end
Yeah, pass rush.
or
That's what the Texans did. They got quarterback
And then
and then
Will
they
Anderson.
got pass rusher. That's what you need in the NFL to be successful. You need a franchise quarterback. You need a franchise.
Well, they have their
defensive
franchise,
lineman.
They have their.
they
franchise
have their
pass
they have Sweat. But if you take Turner opposite of Sweat, with that, and they were already number one against the run. So now we can, and we have a what was he, top 2 corner in the league last year, Johnson?
yeah,
Yeah.
They paid him, which was phenomenal that they did.
great move.
Yeah.
They did too.
So now if you get Turner, it only improves as good as their defensive line. That's how good your secondary is going to be.
Yeah.
You can have some turds back there, not too many, but if you have 1 or 2, that defensive front will make them a lot better.
They had a safety signing that I really liked too. I can't remember. I think it was.
So you got Bears, I think, win the first round
I
with their
think-
number 1 pick, and then
Kind of a weird take, but I think if any of the teams in the top 5 trade out, I think they would win the first round because they would get an absolute package for one of those.
so is
'Cause,
Arizona
like
trading out?
Like Arizona, apparently their price on their pick is minimum 3 firsts.
Which would be Minnesota. They have 2 firsts, and they give you their first next year.
And I think Arizona would win if they got that.
If Arizona got 11, 23, and then wherever they're picking, if they're okay with Rome as their receiver or any one of the other guys, Thomas, Coleman, whoever, if they're okay with that at 11, then they'd probably win because
They're gonna have like 3 first
they'd
rounds.
have
and
3
then they'd
first
have
rounders.
next round's first pick from them.
So if Arizona does that, then and they move to 11, who do they take? They probably take a corner at 11. And if I were them, I'd take a corner at 11, and then at 23, I would take like
One of the other
Mitchell.
receivers.
Like Adonai Mitchell will probably be there at 23.
Brian
or,
Thompson Jr. might be there.
Yeah, Brian Thomas Jr. will probably be there. I'd take one of those guys. That wouldn't be bad. 'cause
And then
you
they
get
have
top
their
corner.
second rounder, which
Now,
is a top 5.
what the
second
receivers that want to move or that teams we think want to move, T. Higgins, J.
Apparently, Ayuk is
Ayuk.
extremely excited for draft day. It seems like
thinks he's moving.
He thinks he's going to get moved somewhere.
gonna
So
like
let's
an
say
A.J. Brown
so
situation?
Ayuk, T. Higgins, and Jay Jettis.
AJ Brown's been a name to watch too.
So
I can see that.
I don't know if
some-
he's
some
I don't know if
random
he's
team,
worth
I forgot. It was
a
like
first round at this point. It seems attitude issue. His play is phenomenal. He's worth it. The problem is the attitude part.
Would you give a first for Brandon Ayuk? If you're
No.
at like
Where's the first?
let's see if you're
If I'm Buffalo's first, yes. If I'm
Yeah.
Kansas City's first, yes.
if you're
Yeah,
Jacksonville,
definitely.
you're Jacksonville at 17.
Yes.
we give you Brandon Ayuk. For
Yes,
17.
I give you my pick.
Yeah,
I
would do
would.
that too.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, because I don't think anybody at 17 is going to be as good as Ayuk. If I'm Jacksonville, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm giving you my
I'll-
pick for Ayuk. Buffalo,
Please
Kansas
take
City.
it.
So if that happens, who are the 49ers moving up for? You think at 17? Who do they need?
They'll
Maybe,
just-
maybe one of the corners are falling.
They'll go
They give that up?
defense.
They need defense.
They need a corner.
Like okay, so if Quinion Mitchell,
They-
if all the
they'd-
corners
they'd
fall
go
to
inside
17,
tackle. They're
do the
gonna
49ers
D-tackle.
move up?
D tackle.
Armstead is out.
Oh,
they cut him,
Armstead's-
so they go
yeah.
to D tackle.
And
They'd probably get the best D tackle off the board at that. At
You
that
probably
pick.
wouldn't have to give up that.
What
much.
about T Higgins? Is T Higgins moving on draft day?
So Bengals are at 18. So,
Okay.
But I don't think he's worth a first.
I don't think he's worth a high first. I think he's worth Jacksonville's first. I think Buffalo's never going to happen, but I think he's worth Buffalo's first. I think he's worth Kansas City's first.
Buffalo should consider it.
Buffalo Bengals
keep
will
him in the
not
AFC
trade.
though?
There's some sort of thing that happened. The Bengals. I would be shocked. Buffalo had said something about the Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephon
Well,
Diggs to go.
No, 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 no.
To go anywhere but the Chiefs.
No, or there was something between the Bengals and the Bills.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about when
Oh,
they drafted Josh Allen, some shit like that.
Oh, never mind.
Some
I was gonna go
Twitter
somewhere
beef
else.
or something.
What if the Steelers traded their pick
For T. Higgins?
for
Listen,
T
Travis
Higgins?
Kelce.
Their Bengals are 18. Pittsburgh's at 20. Pittsburgh needs a receiver.
Oh, 100%.
They trade their pick and maybe Bengals throw in a second or a third for T Higgins. They get their receiver.
I second
Bengals
be
get
too
another
much,
pick.
I think.
The name for Steelers, everyone's saying is Brandon Ayuk because the Bengals won't give the Steelers a receiver.
Right, because it's in division.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Like they wouldn't get if they were to give up T Higgins to the Steelers, it would be like give us your first rounder and probably something else.
Completely side note. Have you seen the memes of Brandon Ayuk being Mike Tomlin's duplicate.
Yeah, it's
No.
crazy. It's so funny.
It's fucking hilarious
so
because
funny.
it looks just like him.
They
does
like
look
make
just
him
like him.
bald and give him just a beard, and it looks exactly like Mike Tomlin.
Same person.
What about Justin?
That's
Yeah,
Jonas
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas.
Is Travis Kelsey's other person.
He's,
So what about?
Eddie, sorry,
Je-
for the
okay.
receivers, Eddie said AJ to the Patriots is the rumor. That was the random team that I was trying to find.
But not for first round, obviously.
No. And then he said Higgins to Buffalo, but we just talked about that.
Yeah, there's something. Somebody said something that the Bengals, the Bills said something. I think when they drafted Josh Allen.
I was gonna say something
Along the
else,
lines.
but I think it's
Say
totally
it.
off topic. No, because I know T Higgins was the one that got DeMar Hamlin hurt. I guess.
No. It's
Is
not
that-
that.
is that
It
part
has
of
something
it?
to do with a draft where Buffalo criticized how bad the Bengals were. Some shit like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So supposedly, that I saw someone talking about it. I'll find out more.
You know what? Depending on how in the Saints are, I could see T. Higgins going to the Saints. We need an X receiver. I think if we get an X receiver, that's like the only thing we're really missing is somebody on the outside.
T.
And the
Higgins
quarterback.
is worth the first round pick. I don't think that New Orleans is.
I wouldn't give it for some pick.
The
I wouldn't-
craziest
I
one I
wouldn't give a
saw,
first round pick
the crazy
for
one I
Higgins.
saw is the Chargers trade back. They get a haul, and then the trade they make is with Minnesota, and then they trade that later first rounder to Cincinnati for T. Higgins.
That's so much movement.
if I'm trading for Minnesota, if I'm the
Draft day type
Chargers,
movement.
if I'm the Chargers, my trade for Minnesota is your 11, your 23, and Justin Jefferson for the 5. Because you wanted 3 first round picks. You want 3 first round picks.
No,
Justin
no, no,
Jefferson's
yeah,
worth
yeah,
well,
yeah.
Justin Jefferson's worth 2 first round
First
picks.
round- first
at
round picks,
least.
yes.
And maybe a second. Justin Jefferson's worth the world. He's the best receiver in football.
and still young.
And still young. Rookie deal, which you got to pay him whatever the fuck he wants. So, Justin Jefferson, does he move or no?
No.
No.
I don't think so. No.
You can't. You don't.
I don't move him. I pay him.
Yeah, you have to.
I think he just wants to get paid. I don't think he actually wants to leave Minnesota like all these people think.
I would
I
give
think
him a
he's
check.
also dependent on who is throwing him the ball.
That's true.
I think he's trying to figure
Because
that
right
out.
now it's Sam Darnold.
I don't know if that matters.
Doesn't matter as much. He's an
It
elevator.
didn't matter to Devontae Adams.
Yeah, he elevates whoever's.
Well,
But not everyone's Devontae. You never heard like in the media always criticized. It was always Rodgers. Like Adams is a different cat. Like he's not out there just talking shit to the media. Like Jefferson's.
I
out
would,
there
because
all
I'm
the time.
that fucking good. I want somebody good throwing me the ball.
All right, we're at like.
But you
we're at
don't
like-
need it.
We're at like 2:35. I think to end it off, everyone should give their hot take of the NFL draft.
I like it. Rafa, since you're
My
in
hot
here,
take is that
wanna
J.J.
go?
McCarthy goes in the top 5. It's not even that hot.
That's a lock for me, so I don't think that's a hot take. But if you want that to be that, that's okay.
I think Justin Jefferson gets traded
Okay, that's a good
shit.
one.
on draft day. I think he gets on the first day, obviously. I think he gets traded. I think we will see a big trade, and I think it will be Justin Jefferson or Brandon Ayuk.
I think Redskins trade out number 2.
Woo! That's
Number 2?
phenomenal.
Wow.
I said it, brother.
Yeah.
I mean it.
That's great.
That's hot.
Lukey?
I think. I think the Redskins.
What
Change your phone. Change your name on your phone to that.
to Luke?
100% Lukey. Yeah.
I
Go
think.
ahead, Lukey.
I think Jaden Daniels is a Raider.
Woo!
Hot.
Give it to me.
You don't got a hot take?
Pause.
No. All right. He's a Niner fan.
think-
They feel like they're set.
Yeah, for sure.
I think Bo Nix will not make it. No, Bo Nix will be in the second round.
Not that hot.
That's mild.
It's kind of hot, actually.
It's
'cause-
lukewarm.
Yeah, I like it.
It's a mild take.
What do you got?
I'll give you mild.
I think somebody's gonna trade in for a receiver. Trade into the top 10 for a receiver.
That's kind
Who?
of fucking.
Can't just say somebody. Give me who.
I don't know. Maybe like
Come
I
on.
think the Jets. Honestly, at 10, I think the Jets might move in for Malik Neighbors if he falls. The Jets will probably jump the Giants.
You think the Jets trade with the Giants?
I think if the Chargers are set that they don't want to take a receiver, they're gonna trade with whoever.
you
I think
think
the
they get
Jets
a
will try and
5?
jump up there. Yeah.
I don't think so. There's going to be so much more value.
We got
Trade that for a quarterback.
we got 2 hot takes from the comments. Eddie also agreed with Luke. He said that the Raiders will draft.
course he
Jaden
says that.
Daniels. He said they will give up everything for Jaden Daniels.
I hope
What
he's
is
right.
everything?
I'd like to see Jaden Daniels with the Raiders. I want the Raiders to have a good quarterback.
Antonio Pierce wants access.
Oh, dude. Jaden Daniels, I think, is a good quarterback. I think he will be a top 15 quarterback in 3 years. That's my take.
Rick Flores'
agree on
craziest hot take so
God.
far. Caleb will wear a dress to the game.
I think that's a lock. I don't think
That's
that's
like
even,
a possibility, though. That's
Dude,
the
that'd be a
crazy thing.
fucking joke.
for
Will
sure.
his nails be painted
Oh, no.
with little fucking bears on them?
100% nails
I think that's a
painted.
lock, yeah.
100% nails painted. It's not even debating.
Wait. Sorry.
B-E-A-R-S.
Fits on one head.
I had my hot take, but I couldn't remember, and I went with my secondary one. I think Jaden Daniels goes number 1 overall.
Wow.
That's not happening.
Wow.
I
Could
think
you
extra,
imagine?
That's extra spicy.
That's
I
like
think
so
he
hot
goes-
it's cold.
What are the odds?
Yeah,
Dude,
'cause
he's
it's not
like,
gonna happen, you know?
isn't Caleb like minus 5,000?
He has to be at this point. It's so high.
Remember, no one saw Baker
Caleb-
Mayfield going number 1. And
Caleb-
Dan Patrick.
There wasn't
no
also
lock at
fucking
number one.
There was no lock.
Yeah.
What do you think Caleb's odds are to go number 1?
Minus 5,000.
They're minus 20,000.
You're
So
wrong,
what's Jaden
brother.
Daniels?
Dennis down is plus 7,500.
Take $100.
Yeah,
Put
fuck
$100.
it, $100 on it. You have
Put
that
your
to
money where
spare.
your mouth is.
How much do I win?
7,500.
Shay, we're going to Vegas.
If you win.
We Chase like, no, the fuck I am. So Eddie thinks Jaden Daniels to the Raiders. That's hot. That would be fucking awesome. But where do they trade? To the 3 or the 2?
It has to be the 2.
I just don't understand why the Redskins would
Redskins
trade.
wouldn't accept it. I think Redskins take Drake May.
That's your hot take? You see
No, but they take Drake May and then the Raiders move in.
That Drake May,
possible.
that's a lot of places that Drake May goes number 2. If Drake May goes number 2, I don't think the Patriots want Jaden Daniels.
Well, the rumor is that this.
I don't
is-
see
We all know
why
what type
not.
of quarterback they want.
White.
Caucasian male.
But,
Preferably.
but they got a different coach. They got a different coach, so the Mayo's the coach.
Oh yeah, he's not making this.
You know what color Mayo is?
Yeah, Mayo ain't Mayo.
We need to end
Mayo
the show
ain't
right
Mayo.
now. This is getting-
Mayo blacker than motherfucker too, though.
All right, that's where we end the show.
All right, guys. So show is on Thursday, right? Draft day. Eddie will be here. Jacob should be here next Thursday for the draft, unless weather permitting that it rains and then they cancel the baseball game. But other than that, Eddie will be back in his seat next week with all. Dude, this draft, Eddie's a huge draft guy. Huge, the biggest. He probably drafts more. He has more boards than every GM combined in the NFL. That man has more draft boards than those dudes.
I believe
So
it.
he will be here on the mic at 5 p.m. on Thursday, right?
a
So
bottle
we
of
will be
Canis.
on, yes, with one bottle. He might have a case of wine for that night. 5 o'clock next Thursday, NFL draft right here with the two nobodies, Eddie, Jacob.
Yes,
the
sir.
boys should all be here. You going to be here?
Yeah.
Draft fucking expert. You better fucking be here. I want you with a rolling board. I want names
Yeah,
on
it's fucking
Velcro.
fucking names
I
and
want a
shit.
whole
I'll
shit.
come here with jerseys.
Everything. This
Printed
man's gonna
on
have
the back
printing
of
a printing
like this.
machine, print T-shirts. Fucking Caleb Williams.
Who took number 2? I got it right
This
now.
motherfucker's printing shirts. So it's gonna be awesome. Eddie will be back. Yeah. This dude's gonna have 32 draft hats. He's gonna have them set up. CJ's the only. So when it's a black dude, CJ
He'll
will
have
come
CJ
out.
come in.
CJ puts the hat on. Then
Hug the commissioner.
Lukey will be all the white. Lukey will be all the white quarterbacks.
Especially the Iowa quarterback.
Yeah, this is an Iowa corner for sure.
I'll do what all the white guys that think they're black. Like,
Oh, jeez, fucking guy. Always doing stupid shit.
God damn it,
So
Luke. You almost had a
Thursday,
good
5
show.
o'clock. Make sure you guys are here. Eddie will be full draft mode.
Eddie said he did 29 mocks today.
Oh,
my
man.
God.
How many did you get Jaden Daniels in, Eddie?
Every single one.
Every single
He
one.
made sure everything when he got
Dude,
Jaden
Eddie
Daniels.
puts together better trades than these GMs. Like, Eddie puts better trades than those dudes.
You know what all the 29 mocks were? It was him just putting different trade packages for trade.
For Jaden Daniels?
See which one worked
He was,
better.
he was the only pick in the whole draft for the Raiders.
I love it. So, guys, tune in Thursday. Cut this promo, by the way, all right? You can cut this promo? All right, guys, Thursday, NFL Draft, April 25th, 5 p.m. Two Nobodies will be live with all your draft info, all the picks. Tune in. Check us out. Eddie will be back. Jacob will be here. We'll be rolling.
Yes, sir.
Have a good one.